Hello everyone and welcome to Prestige Encounters. I'm the Dungeon Master Salkos and this is the Dungeons & Dragons campaign brought to you by Prestige Game Community. Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I don't know how I pronounce it, but you know, words. Before we get into the session tonight, we have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, a lot of the music you'll be hearing tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you could be using at your tables at home. You can find their music on Spotify, watch your music videos on YouTube, or even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. We also use the soundscapes and songs of Arkenforge. Arkenforge is a comprehensive tool for dungeon masters and game masters alike to create battle maps, just general maps, play sound effects, ambient sounds, music, that all brings your game to life. The software typically costs $35 at arkenforge.com, but at checkout, if you use the code Prestige at checkout, you get $5 off, which that's pretty amazing if you ask me. For the commands to go to midnightsyndicate.com for more information or !midnight in our chat, or for Arkenforge for a direct link, it's !forge. So wonderful. Ooh, that's great. Fantastic. We also have these really cool bus portraits, and you'll see everybody else's in just a moment. The line art for these were made by our very own Jeremiah, aka Slimy Rice, who plays Aspen in our campaign, and the coloring was done by Starving Artists. Both of these artists can be contacted through our Discord. If you use the command !Discord, it gives you a direct link, and you can do so many different things in our Discord as well as contact the artists. So let's just, you know, like play games with us, join our community events, earn bones to turn those bones in for rewards. By bones, we'll explain that later. However, speaking of everybody else, let's go ahead and bring everybody else in. Hello, everybody else.
Hello.
Who's ready to play?
Hello.
Dungeons,
Yes.
or dragons.
Dungeons, dragons.
No. We don't need dragons. We just need the dungeons.
Just dungeons. I mean, we had a bunch of dragons in the last Dungeons and Dragons campaign, but you know,
Who needs those?
we're just gonna start recycling storylines. You know,
Dungeons
it's fine.
and
It's fine.
Dragons.
It's fine. Anyway,
This dungeon needs another swing, I think. Anyway, go on.
everyone, we do have two sponsors for today's episode, and here to tell us about our first sponsor, which is Rogue Energy, is our very own Aspen. Take it away.
Rogue Energy. Have you ever been so mighty thirsty before you get on games? I am a lot of the time. So I go to my kitchen and I take my beautiful shaker and I fill it up with water and a scoop of beautiful blue raspberry Rogue Energy, and I have a great energizing time. Let me tell you, you can too. If you go to their website and look at their beautiful things. I got the starter stack, which is this shaker here, or a shaker that you choose, and a tub of their powders, which can be energy or hydration, or their extreme line. And at checkout, you can use code Prestige for 10% off, and it's great. It's a deal that you should not pass up on. I've had such a great time with Rogue Energy. It's helped me not only with being energized for this stream, but being energized for work. It's amazing. With Rogue Energy, it's helped me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and you're also doing a giveaway of a starter kit, so you can have a shaker and 7 single serving flavor packets. We're doing a raffle giveaway for that. If you join our Discord, you can find more information for that. But it comes with a shaker and then 7 single serving packets to try a variety of flavors. You can choose whatever flavor you want. If you want 7 blue raspberry, you can do that. If you want to do sour candy, which is my favorite flavor that Rogue Energy offers, you can do that as well. So join our Discord at pgc.gg/discord for more information. The command !energy is for the link to Rogue Energy, and don't forget to use the code Prestige at checkout for 10% off. We also are sponsored by Found Familiar Coffee. Found Familiar Coffee is Dungeons and Dragons themed coffee created by a small business here in America. They have single origin beans and blends as well. I personally use regular Knoll, which is their espresso blend with like hints of pear notes and other things. We've
been enjoying
delicious.
Face Step over here at our place.
Love Face Step.
love the face step. I just wish we could get more of it, like here. Also a fan of the False Life decaf and its name.
I really like Hex, which is their Zambrano Dark roast. It's really good too.
So good.
It is. So make coffee at home. Use the code Prestige at checkout for 10% off that locally roasted small batch roasted beans. They roast them upon order, so that's also fantastic. If you're a coffee snob, that means something. In case you didn't know, that means something, guys.
It's true.
So yeah, it makes a huge difference.
Our coffee.
You can brew coffee at home and spend a lot less money throughout the month, or you can go to a very anti-union coffee chain and spend $7 per cup of coffee. It's up to you. I'm just saying. Code Prestige at checkout. Command !coffee for more information. Is that all the announcements that we have? I think that's it.
I think that's it.
I do think that's it. So everyone, grab your drinks, grab your snacks as we welcome you to our table, and we are now beginning session 25 of Prestige Encounters. And in case you missed what happened last week in our campaign, here's our very own Aspen to recount what he experienced.
The last few days have been eventful. After Astra's troubling vision, which proved to be true, we camped in the park of Jollywood instead of our originally planned stay at the inn. We met an interesting man by the name of Dwum who decided to tag along on our trip along the coast to Yundul Beleg. My first time on the open sea has been quite dangerous. At first it was a giant creature ensnaring our ship with tentacles of lightning. It nearly dragged my sister to a watery demise, but Dwum put his own life on the line to save her. For that I will forever be grateful. Ultimately, we prevailed against this sea beast. That night I partook in some meditation rituals with my sister that allowed us to have more vivid dreams. I was shown images that shook me to my core and that I believed to represent the guilt I carry with me. This made for a very violent awakening and a lost meal. I came clean to Zolkifli about my thoughts on the matter of my return to home, which he seemed to react to with nothing but understanding. A rough storm came that night, so none were able to rest properly. And the next day, we were met with a ship of thieves that cost us our ship and lost us our friend Dwum. The captain of our ship, Tondu the Storm, amounted the lives of us and our crew to 15 gold pieces each. This sickens me, knowing that shiny metal has woven such greed into this world, and that I have been forced into a situation where I have to help. And then Aspen's pen nib breaks on the page because he was pressing too hard.
And I believe that is where we left off, as you all are turning in for the night. Now, bought passage on the ship known as the Amber Throne, which is captained by Tondu the Storm. But passengers, or simply hostages that paid their own ransom. Who knows? Is there anything that anyone would like to do over the night, or did you just want to go on to the next day?
This is our first night here on this ship, right?
It is.
Okay. Zul would test the boundaries of how free they can move, and he's gonna explore the ship, in particular paying attention to where the former sailors of the lost ship are being held, or if they're being held at all. He just wants to check on their condition and also check on, just browse around and get to know the layout of this ship.
Yeah, so for the sake of this, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Sure. Here comes 13.
13, looking around, you're not being restricted by anyone to go around the ship. The only place where they get a little bit tense as you go up is near the helm, the anchor, and the doorway to the captain's chambers. There's two guards there, and the captain's quarters are preventing you from being on this, like going into that area where on this brigantine, which is a ship about 200 feet long. But other than that, you're free to roam. There's a few of the crew that has offered you to join in on their card games that they're playing on this barrel on the deck of the ship. And the crew of the Dawnbreaker has no restrictions. Likewise, they actually had multiple hammocks opened for anyone they would have taken on the ship. And you get the feeling that this was a little bit more well planned than you would have thought. They have extra food. There's no like rationing at this point. They had extra beds. They had extra space.
Does anyone here appear to be here against their will? I mean, apart from the obvious, but is anyone here held like a prisoner? It doesn't sound like they are.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Okay, this will be good. 7.
7. Doesn't appear to be anyone held against their will. No one is giving off that vibe.
Okay. Okay. Final thing is, if possible, he'd like to go and steal a little bit of gunpowder, if there's any powder barrels around.
Roll stealth check.
Oh yeah. 14.
14. Okay. One moment, please.
Okay.
Okay. So you go to the barrel stores and you manage to grab about a pint of black powder.
Ooh. Okay.
Which I know that you're Canadian and a pint is not a measurement you use.
We still have pints at the pub. Yeah.
It's okay. I can Google.
It's like 16 ounces.
Yeah.
Still not metric.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a favorite. You still gotta get a pint when you go to the Nova Scotia bar there, eh?
Wow. 568.26 milliliter. Yeah. Okay. Good. So great. I'm just gonna secret that away safely. Store it in a little container, maybe a bag, some burlap.
Okay.
Cool. Then I'm gonna go and find a corner of the ship that's maybe farther away from where people are sleeping, and just start tinkering with my alchemy supplies.
Okay.
I'm making a bomb. Okay, great, cool. That's what I'm gonna do.
For the sake of this, you can go ahead and roll an intelligence check with your proficiency from the alchemy tools.
Cool. Yeah. Am I up to anything? No. Not yet. 16.
16. Duly noted. It's gonna take some time, but
Okay.
you are beginning to make a bomb, which, black powder, you need some sort of ignition mechanism that's you can just do a fuse. You're figuring it out as you go.
Cool. Do I use as much as I have, or just like a little bit of it for this tiny little bomb?
Well,
just like the generic adventuring gear that I can add to my inventory.
What are you like? How big of a bomb are you trying to make?
Oh, like a personal size bomb. Just to make 3d6 fire damage. It's a common item in the adventuring
So
gear.
I'll say that you use a fourth of it for one of those.
Ooh, okay, cool.
I really
Got
like how you described the size of the bomb like it was a
It's
personal
making a
pan
grenade.
pizza.
Let's be honest with
Yes.
what that is.
Just a personal
Yeah,
bomb.
It's a grenade.
It's a grenade.
Called a hand grenade, but sure.
Is there
No,
anything
yeah.
else that anybody would like to do?
I mean, Kazmir's going to suggest that they keep at least one person on watch, on rotation, but that would be about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you all continue on over the next few days, you continue to travel on the sea, heading up the coast to the northwest towards very soon, which is one of the elven cities in the empire of Yundul Beleg. On the 9th day, which is the day before you're expected to arrive at the city, there is a small figure that is spotted on the horizon flying towards you. There are shots of alarm, prepare for something, and it turns out that this is a winged woman. Brown feathers, horns coming from her forehead curving upward, and she lands on the main sail.
Does she look like a harpy? Because I'm getting my
She
boat ready.
is a harpy. However,
Okay.
she looks at you all with like these big eyes with these yellow circles and irises around them. These are very large pupils, and she's like kind of like cocking her head. She kind of makes a clicking sound as she does. She shambles a little bit to the left, and she looks at Nazmir. Delivery?
Oh. Right. Well, thank you.
For you?
Yes, I remember we ordered a few things at that shop.
The Captain Tondu will look at you. You know this creature?
No, but I know who sent it. The merchant.
And how did he track you on open waters?
I presume... we told him the direction we were headed. I presume he has some type of magic to find us.
Easy. They have magic, they can find. See us.
You all
Some of us.
continue to be more and more interesting as I get to know you. He'll clasp you on the back, kind of like push forward a little bit, catch yourself with your left foot, kind of stepping forward to retain balance. The harpy will kind of like swoop down, and she's like, her wings are kind of folded in, and she's kind of like sideways walking, kind of like a vulture with the wings raised upwards and over like a cloak. And she opens it like a guy who's trying to sell you a fake watch on the subway with a trench coat. And hanging off the wing, kind of swinging back and forth, is your pocket watch.
Oh, I can't tell you how nice that will be to not have to lug around this big staff. It's a little unwieldy.
So
But,
as you reach for it, she kind of like shambles backward. 50 gold for delivery.
thought we already paid a delivery fee.
No.
You said 50?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Wasn't there something else? I'll give you gold.
She'll turn her head to the side. Not for you.
But I know. I'm just making sure that's not all you brought. Okay, here you go.
She'll take the 50 gold, and she hands you your pocket watch, and there has been a number of kind of these geometrical magic circles and runes carved into it. As you open it, the lens of the face of the watch has been replaced with this very light green emerald lens. And looking in, the gears have this soft glow to them as they are starting to go around in a spiral, maintain time. You now have a +2 spell focus.
Wow.
1,500 gold was worth the 1,500 gold.
1550.
Hail.
1,550, that is correct. She'll kind of like shamble over to Aspen at this point. And she'll open up her other wing, revealing a cloak. This cloak is woven with these very thin white strands representing the very similar to the one that you're wearing, but this one also has these kind of like woven pattern of runes for you.
Aspen will take it, and he's just going to kind of observe it for a moment.
And as you look at this, it's not thick enough to be an outside cloak. And she begins to explain it's a liner for the one that you currently have. It lines the inside. And you realize as you kind of examine this is that these thin white strands are actually mycelia. The way this item works is it's called the Cloak of Mycelium. You may spend 10 minutes focusing to embed the mycelium of your cloak into the surrounding biome that you're in. You are able to scout using the network of mycelium underground within 300 feet radius around you to see what the other trees see that are connected by this mycelium. You're able to patch into the network of the fungi in your area now. You can do this once per day, by the way.
And if you kiss anyone, you turn them into a spore druid too.
Aspen will take off the cloak he's wearing, the little, one with holes in it, and then put that one under it.
Yeah, and as you kind of like lay this liner in, the mycelium like grow into your cloak and kind of like become one with it. So, yeah.
Thank you very much.
She'll like just turn her head almost like a full like 110 degrees, and then she'll take off. This item does require attunement, by the way. It can only be attuned to by you. I'll get the item to you for your character sheet, but it only can be attuned to by a spore druid.
Nice.
So you have 1 day of travel. Is there anything else that you would like to do during this 1 day?
We've been here about 9 days now.
You have
3 more bombs.
very well. You've already figured out how to make out the first one. The hard part is not getting the fuse to be attached to it, but the mechanism that allows it to burn slowly enough for you to throw it or place it and get away from it. But you figured it out. You almost make the ship explode on one occasion, but you maintain it.
Ah, so close.
All right. If there's nothing else,
Cormac wants to take the last of his materials he has and craft some more ammunition.
that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think also I'll be seeking out any crew who might be from my part of the world as well. The captain can't be the only one, and so Zulkifli will be just over the course of a few days, just palling around and speaking his native tongue again with people who also speak it.
Okay.
Yeah. Playing the gambos, makanangin, talking. Yeah.
You find a few. None that are necessarily from the same island as you, but from the places that have been most impacted by the colonization of Yundul Beleg, Port Gula, Port Gabera, and Shade Scar.
I also look for some news.
Well, I don't understand that language, so my bad.
That's okay. We can do that in English. But I asked them for some news as well. That's what I'm doing. Abakaba.
So you do find one. It's a UNT woman who would look otherwise human other than for her snake eyes and random patches of scales on her arms and legs. she'll look at you and just, not much is new from the homeland.
Still same problem as before.
Many of the jungles have been cleared for farmland on Basira P.
They go further to Pasir Dara as well.
Volcanic activity near the center of the Isles keeps them away. The sands are harsh.
Well, I'll nod and I'll share my food with her. And some of the chili spice that I've smuggled in from the inn that I've saved with me.
Yes. So, with that, that will conclude your ship travel. On the dawn of the next day, let me just get the right music I want here. Which all these sounds are brought to you by Arkenforge.
Your one-stop shop for all your tabletop RPG needs.
Yeah. So, the city of Valerie soon starts to come into view. You notice that as you approach the city, it is largely built into the mountain known as the Chain of Zadiel Mountains. The buildings are made of white stone with these kind of emerald jade roofs. There is a mixture of trees and moss that has been heavily integrated into the structure. Not quite what you would recognize as the wood elf architecture in the Infidel Forest, Cormac, as that relies mostly on the trees being hospitable. This is an integration of where they've kind of shaped growing trees infused with magic and use them to support these great stone buildings. The architecture is quite impressive.
Okay.
And the city kind of like goes up into this mountain, a series of steps and levels and layers where there's this giant looking monastery near the top. And as the sunlight rises above the horizon and catches the roof of the monastery, it kind of begins to reflect and give this blue shimmer. Captain Tondu. Well, as promised, I told you I would bring you here. And here we are.
Good promise. Now, our crew,
You're
they
all
can go
free
as
to
well.
disembark once we arrive at the docks.
You won't have any issue with the docking authorities. I assume you have appropriate papers.
Of course, what kind of man do you think I am?
A clever man.
I must say, these past few days has been interesting to get to know all of you.
You also. Where to after this?
Well, we must take what we've gained back home.
to Shadiska?
Perhaps.
Okay. Maybe one day we see each other again. Maybe next time we don't have to fight. Or maybe next time we do.
If we do, I'm sure that would be quite the battle.
Mm.
He'll walk away.
Okay.
You have about an hour before the ship reaches port. Is there anything that you all would like to do?
Does the crew seem desperate to disembark, or are any of them just getting along so well that they're going to join the crew?
Captain Pearlback, of all people, as you know, it begins to dock, and he's like, no, I think I'm gonna stay.
Huh? Ah, because maybe this time this ship also sinks, huh?
Perhaps. Good thing us turtles can swim. Cookie. I'm not doing this again.
Fully retired then, huh?
I think Yundul Beleg is a good place to retire.
There are definitely worse places.
I'm in my prime. Why would I not take advantage of that?
Indeed.
I'm looking at you with a really milky left eye. Anyway, the ship docks, sails raise, and the captain's going to step off the ship as the gangplank is lowered, as the ship is now tethered to the port. He's handing a number of papers to this official at the dock that's wearing this kind of like armor that is blue cloth underneath, these green scale looking armor over top. He has a helmet that's about, just goes down to the nose, and the sides of the face it's not a full helm, with these tassels as well. You recognize that the helmet that Tondu is wearing is matching the helmet that the soldier is wearing. And he's going to, he's handing him some papers. He's going to look back at the ship. He's going to point, and he continues to say things. And the man nods, and Tondu comes back. Well, everything's exchanged. We're going to start unloading our cargo. And you all are free to explore the city. Best of luck to you.
And I'll come up, I'll approach, and I'll clap his hand with mine for a firm handshake. Next time. And I'll take a hike.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the direction that the ship is facing as it's parking into the dock soon?
So it'd be facing into the port.
Okay. I actually don't know the terminology for this, but what's that part of the ship that, like, the very front that's got like the
Bow.
the bow? All right, so Kydro, getting up out of his meditation, he's like, okay.
Wait, no, that's the. Never.
What are you trying to do?
So Kydro's just gonna get up. He's like, all right, new place. Can't wait to explore this. He's just gonna sprint. He's gonna run off the bow of the ship and just jump, onto the land. All right.
Yeah. A number of elven dock workers are kind of like shocked when you land right on top of their these barrels that they've been moving, and then you jump off again and land on the dock. But as you all disembark, the stuff begins to get unloaded from the ship, and you begin to move into the city. It's heavily populated. The majority of people here that you see are in fact elves, but as you get further away from the dock, it becomes much more elvish. You see people wearing very fine clothes, quite beautiful. There's a lot of symbols of leaves, suns, moons, stag horns, that sort of thing, as kind of going in. There are occasional groups of soldiers that you see that are all wearing very specific colors as well. But most of the colors that you're seeing, I gotta get my DM binder so I'm being accurate with this. I pulled up the campaign 1 binder, my bad. And it's right there. It is. Okay. We love this. Yeah. So the majority of them are wearing these, like red cloth underneath with this kind of bright silver armor. Well polished. And Casper, you recognize them to be the Magon.
Kind of glances at them, seeing if there's any familiar faces, but
not here. You wouldn't recognize very many people here.
yeah, he does look at one of them and goes, "Soldier, your strap's a little loose. You should tighten that up. Your boots have a scuff."
Right.
General MacArthur.
Just, don't want your commander to put you on report. Grinds his teeth.
I'll make like a ticking sound and
Yeah.
this fucking guy and just let it go.
Yeah. He's clearly trying to hold back. Little self-respect, please.
And earlier you said something about the wall and the trees combined. And
Yes.
could you? Okay. Hypothetically, I would like to try to cast Speak with Plants on the wall when we get close enough to it at whatever point we're walking.
Yeah, so right now you're moving away from the outer wall, but you're closer to the inner wall. I'll let you know if you get up to that point.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions?
I suppose we need to figure out what our destination is.
Yeah, we're standing on this dock. Okay, so what does the city look like at this time?
Yeah, it's starting to gain in terms of its activity. You guys have arrived in the dock in the early morning. The city became visible on the horizon in the dawn as the sun was rising. So it's about 11 a.m. at this point as you're standing on these docks.
So, I mean, what's our thought while we're here? We have a destination to go. I mean, but if you have anything you're seeking, any information, I mean, I don't know precisely what you and
still have to travel to the university at Ferrestiel. Yeah. So now we must find
Transportation or
transport, or we walk. Also, we can go to the forest. Maybe we find horses.
yes, let's rent some more horses.
perhaps some other adventurers left their horses here.
Yeah.
Do horses not exist in the outside of cities here? Are there no horses in the wild?
Yeah, but they are not good for riding. Not
Who says?
too wild.
They could be
Because they don't want
talented.
people on top.
We'll find some.
Maybe if you speak to them, huh? Because
No.
usually we cannot talk to horses.
I doubt many are patient enough.
At this point, there's
but-
going to be a small group of these red cloaked soldiers that are beginning to march towards the dock.
Okay.
And they're going to stop before your group. Excuse me. One of them will step forward as they're all kind of like in like perfect synchronization. As they walk up, you guys notice as they kind of like all put their hands on the hilt of their swords. They don't draw their blades, and they kind of like fan out in a semicircle.
My hand on the hilt of mine.
Hello.
At this point, people are going to begin to kind of like scatter.
Yeah.
I was wondering, what were all your names? A man will step forward. He's elven, very dark tan skin with these bright golden eyes, wearing a helmet, same cloak, but his cloak has a white stripe going down the side. It has an embroidery of a white stripe. He's gonna take it off and showing this just snow white hair kind of trailing back. And he tuck his helmet under his arm. And please, and he's gonna snap his fingers, and another of the guards gonna come up and hand him a couple papers. Do you recognize these faces? And he'll produce some wanted posters from Mysteria.
From Mysteria?
Okay.
I just don't turn around.
I do not
He's checking out the
recognize
ocean right now.
these people.
I don't think you understand. We have been informed that those kind people on that ship have brought you into port, and the captain informed us of your arrival.
That's why the fare was cheap.
You're gonna
Yeah.
kinda look back and see Captain Yondu being handed a chest of gold. He's just gonna shrug.
God. Fuck.
Now, if you would all please come with me. We have some questions we would like to ask you. And trust me, you are outmatched.
Casimir would recognize the uniform, right?
Yeah, this guy, his uniform indicates that he is a lieutenant of the Magorn, of the land units of Yundul Beleg.
You don't want to underestimate them, but I would recommend cooperation. You know, this is a misunderstanding after all, right?
Yes.
It looks at each of them.
Yeah, right. Misunderstanding. Right, of course.
It's just a formality, but if you don't mind us putting these on all of you.
Oh wow, what
I'll
is
produce some
that?
shackles.
Astra's gonna point.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay, we can do this. A 16?
216. He's gonna be like, what didn't no tricks I've heard about you.
I would like to, as he tells me so much, hidden step, if possible, and I would just like to book it. Is there a building nearby that I can hide?
So go ahead and roll for perception
Okay.
as you kind of like quickly look around.
19.
So there is
I'm
one that
on
you
it.
could actually, so hidden step only lasts for 6 seconds and you can move 30 feet. So you begin to dash towards this building, turning invisible for just a moment, and he's gonna be like, keep an eye out for that one. As the rest of the guards begin to advance in on you. Do any of you
How many guards?
How many guards?
Yeah.
There's about 10 guards, including the lieutenant.
This is just the tip of the spear. There are more.
As Astra becomes visible, one of them is gonna throw a net at her.
No.
That is a natural 20.
No, different gods.
So as Astra becomes visible and she's taking a run, it's just you roll dexterity saving throw, please.
I bet you I make this. You said dexterity saving throw?
Yep.
Yeah, 20. 20. Get contested.
The natural 20 will actually beat that out for a 23. So
I'll cut it open. Come on, man.
You get cloaked in this rope. It's very heavy, and you are brought to the ground, and you are shackled.
No way. Okay.
Now, do we want anyone else to have that same experience?
Aspen will look at this person, put out his arms. I will wear shackles if it makes you feel any safer.
It's just a formality. It's not for me.
Formality meaning what?
Meaning,
You take her, take my friend, treat her like animal.
well, she tried to run.
He does not want your shackle, but she will talk. Will you take her out of this net, or we will have a problem now.
She's boxing the rope currently.
persuasion
She is
check.
very friendly. Okay.
Hey, listen, let's just go with him for now.
10.
Take a deep breath.
I promise you, we're not looking to be hostile. We just have a few questions. And we just have to make sure that you all do not try to pull a fast one. And we will not be taking any of your equipment either. The shackles are to prevent you from using it. That is all.
I
You
would
don't
recommend
mind.
cooperation is probably the easiest path. And Casimir's kind of trying to see if they're trying to put the shackles on him as well.
One of the guards is kind of like trying to approach and he's like looking. Sir.
I will go freely, but I don't believe my face is on any of those posters.
I'll put the shackles on you. Nazmir as well. Does anybody else resist as Astra's currently being hogtied?
Is she being hogtied?
No,
You
she's just being
dead
shackled.
Oh,
It's just, the net's off her. She has the cuffs around her arms.
Kind of
Okay,
just
that's
gonna,
an important distinction.
They got me in a straight jacket right now.
don't let her ask you anything.
Casimir,
No.
as he's being shackled, is going to whisper to him, saying, "It's a little too loose on the left cuff. I can still get a little bit of movement. I know you're not very practiced at this, but just a little tighter."
Casimir's into it.
So I'm new to this. Thank you so much. Don't tell my boss.
That's fine. That's fine.
Hydra's just gonna walk up. Just gonna go in his arms. Go ahead and shackle me. Hey guys, look. I can't use my equipment. How funny is that, guys? My equipment. I can't use my sword, guys. My favorite. It's my sword.
I'm gonna turn around, shout back to Captain Tandu. Hey! Next time.
He's gonna do a little.
Mhm.
So all of you will be shackled. If there's no further resistance, and you are there are bags put over your heads,
Yeah.
and you're all put into a
Better not
covered
lose
wagon.
that.
And within a few moments, you hear the sounds of like these guards talking. It's like the wagon's moving very slowly. It's there are guards on both sides of it. There is one inside, and then the lieutenant as well. Don't worry, it's just precautionary. It is so we do not have to embarrass you once you are set free within the city and people do not recognize you from this whole ordeal.
I have a question pertaining to the bags.
Yes, they're burlap sacks.
Burlap sacks. Are they kind of like really tough bags, you think? Like to put a hole in them would be kind of difficult? Are they like a little bit thin?
Are they really tough bags? They are like bags meant to carry like heavy crops. So this is like very heavy woven stuff. It would be hard to tear.
Right.
Mm.
So goes my plans of biting a hole in the bag to see where we're going.
If you're a rat, sure.
Right?
You can try.
Gonna have to put-
You can make a make, for the sake of this, make a dexterity check.
Sure.
You're
Gotta
kind of
put-
like being more nimble than anything.
Skeeves on the job.
Nimble with your
Me.
nibbles.
Gonna remove it with his
That's an
feet.
11.
11. You start chewing on the bag. You like kind of like manage to like reach out and like grab it's hard at first because like as you push, it pushes away from you, but you manage to like use your chin to like pull the bag down and grab a little bit of the corner teeth. You just start like chewing on it. As you feel yourselves going up at an incline as your bodies are kind of shifted to the side away from the hill that you're going on. And eventually the wagon stops. You're all escorted out and you are brought into a room. At this point, the bags are taken off. The shackles are taken off as well. And you hear the sound of a door being closed. You're now in a room that is a large circular dome topping it with 4 pink blossom trees. There is a central platform that is about 5 feet raised with steps coming up to it. There are windows, all of them with iron bars around it with a stone exterior. And the room is rectangular in itself. Standing on the other side of the iron bar door. Now, I apologize for all this, but we must be cautious when we are facing alleged terrorists of Mysteria. See, when these wanted posters arrived to us some time ago when we were doing trades with the Direcall clan, we were informed that your group blew up their factory and their foundry. Is this the case?
No.
We did no such thing.
And the poisoning of the late prime minister.
Mm.
That was
This
also
we did not do that.
you?
We
No.
saw this. We were there, but we did not do this because there was more than us at the dinner table that night.
But only you ran.
Hmm. Yeah, because they did not believe us, and not only us ran, also the minister. What his name? Huh? Keistan.
Prime Minister Flaskmaster.
Ah, yeah. Where did he go?
Hmm.
Yeah, he also disappeared that very night, huh? So, what can we do? We ministers? No. Strangers. So, guilty or not, we think safer just go.
We're going to look into a little bit more. We can't have a threat to our city and empire freely roaming around. And if something gets back to me on my watch, they'll have my head on a spike outside the gates. So,
You know there's a pirate captain outside, huh? Robbing your empire's ships.
well, I'm sure there'll be something settled for that as well. In fact, one of the crates that we traded with them has a tracking spell on it. You see, we do not become an empire simply by being made fools of ourselves. And to think that a member of Dolinglad's kingdom is here as well, along with an exiled military member. You don't recognize me, do you, Reaver?
Not particularly.
You see, when I joined your company, I was simply just a recruit. Transferred before I heard about the terrible thing that you did. The Burning Sun's favor on my side, apparently, since I was transferred right before you sent them to kill those innocents. And now you return with a wood elf spy to seek revenge. Domestic terrorists with them as well.
I didn't even know about these events until today.
Food will be brought to you within the next couple hours.
So, what? Yeah, you're prisoner?
Consider yourselves detained.
For how long?
Just for a little bit. In fact, let me give you all a visual of this. Just for reference.
A nice little prison.
It is a very nice prison. Very beautiful.
Yeah.
The trees are transparent. They're very large, so you can go under them, that sort of thing. I will bring this up for everybody else.
Quick question.
Yeah.
About the setup. So I'm seeing these trees here. Let me do some measuring. Okay. They are within.
And this is the iron gate of which he's talking to you through. So this whole chamber is currently your cell, not just a raised platform in the middle.
Okay. And are there bars on this raised platform as well as
That is just a raised platform.
So we can walk off of it and we can go to the trees?
Yep.
Okay. Next question. Let me do some more measuring. If I can cast Speak with Plants at a 30-foot, range, how far does their range go? How far would this tree hypothetically be able to stretch? Perhaps its roots, because the root system is more expansive. Would they be strong enough to break these? These are all the hypotheticals that we are going to explore together now. So I'm gonna walk on
if the
over
roots
there.
would be able to move beyond the stone that is they're currently rooted in,
No way.
it would stay within the range of the tree. But
Oh, no.
the lieutenant is still speaking to you guys.
Oh.
This is all reference for now.
Yep.
I guess I should introduce myself. I am Lieutenant Sandev. That is Sandev. V is in Victor, V is in Victor, Sandev.
I remember most of my men, but for some reason, I just don't remember you.
At this point, a vein is kind of gonna pop up in the side of his neck.
Were you the one they called Sandworm?
I'm going to reach out to a few people. Do not call me that. And I will be back after you've had your meal. He'll turn and there's going to be kind of like a flamboyant flourish, like a very showman flourish of the cape of his cloak as he turns and walks away.
Okay, goodbye, Sandworm. Okay.
He'll trip on a raised stone upon you saying that.
He was much skinnier.
Your friend? No.
No, nobody really. I mean, I respect a soldier for what they do, but I don't know. I wonder how he rose so well.
Psst. You guys got any food?
What was that?
Saying that.
You're kind of looking around and like up in one of the trees is a tiefling man. He has this very pale red skin, all white eyes, horns kind of like twisting like a mountain goat in a way. Wearing rags. Hello?
What? How did you get in here?
I was in here before they put you in here, and here I am. Present before you were present. Past tense in your situation, really.
Okay, that's very oddly specific, but I mean, seems strange that they would leave you in here with these terrorists.
I didn't think that they gave you such a spacious room for a reason, did ya? This is a group holding cell. Here long enough, eventually, we'll get to that later. Nephadius.
Wait, is
Did
your
they?
group?
3 of you spoke at once? We'll start with
Where is-
Jeremiah.
Did they falsely imprison you here too?
Nope, I deserved it.
What for?
Oh, you know, find a noble lady, pickpocket noble lady. Noble lady turns out to be a high cleric in the court, and here I am.
You're lucky you still have your hands.
He'll raise a stump of one arm.
Ew.
Hand.
Hands.
You remind me of this man named Sneeves.
Oh, is that so? So back to my question. Do you have any food? I've been eating this elven flower salads for several weeks, and I'm hoping that you have brought something of
Substance.
yes.
Oh no!
I toss him a 10-day-old apple.
You catch him, something like squishes in his hand. Oh,
Right, mostly what we have is travel rations.
We have mushrooms.
do these mushrooms let me see the stars?
I mean, usually you can see the stars by looking up.
Oh, no good. Thank you. I'll
You want-
stick to my flower salad, I guess.
You want to see stars? I think Hydro can help his fish.
No,
Actually, I have a-
no need to get hasty. I would save your
I have-
energy.
I do actually have a bit of a question. You've been here longer than us, so I expect you to know this. Are we being watched presently, like by enemies?
Oh, you're always being watched here.
More than likely, yes. Listening, watching. It's what I would have done.
What is your name?
Nephadius.
Ephidius.
Indeed.
You say this is a group cell, so where is your group?
Oh, they're gone.
Why? Where?
There's a reason why they let you keep your equipment. At this point, he'll point up to the like I mentioned, this is a very high wall.
Oh no.
And you notice in two sides of the wall are these very heavy iron gates. They don't like to waste funds on prisoners.
Cormac's gonna run over to Kydro and like turn his back to him and be like, see if he can get my lockpicks out of my bag.
Oh, shit, we doing this? Oh, I've been waiting for this. Hold on. Kydra's gonna put his like shackles from like as far as his
So,
arms can
You
go.
guys were
Why?
unshackled.
Oh,
Still
I
unshackled.
thought we were still shackled.
Well, that
Never
was still
mind.
shackled.
They let Kydro keep his shackles.
Keep him on.
Yeah.
Wait, they took all of yours off. What the fuck?
Because you're a wood elf.
Yeah.
I'm a half breed.
That's rough, buddy.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. You look like a capable group. You're more than able to what they're gonna be throwing at you. If you can go a couple days before you get too exhausted from the fights. They're not terrifying creatures. A little bit of wings, a little bit of teeth. You know, you'll be fine.
Yes, and I presume trying to escape, you'll likely be executed for the attempt.
Yes. couple
Yes.
arrows in the back.
They put monsters in here to kill us.
Well, technically they're in their cages in the walls, and then they let them in here, and then we fight them, and then whatever survives is left here, whatever dies pulled out, and then it's random, you know. It's like, it's not like a timer thing. I think it's whenever they get bored. You see, there's Dalior, which is one of the guards, and Paul Yorin, and they're always like gonna, you notice as one takes a restroom break, and then 5 minutes later the other one disappears too. I think there's in a romantic relationship, you know what I'm saying? So
How long have you been here?
In Merdwin years, or
Give me anything.
you know, about one second. About 38 moons. Moon.
1 second. 38 moon.
A
That
little
full
over
cycles?
3 years.
I am feeling very
38
uncomfortable.
months. I'm sorry. 38 months.
I'm
If you said that you're being falsely imprisoned, I'm sure the bureaucratic system of Yundul Beleg will be very expedient on getting you out of here. Probably in about 10 to 15 business days. It's the most efficient government I've ever seen in my life.
We're gonna say
Granted, I've only been in 2, both incarcerated in their systems.
Were you
Well-
incarcerated in Merdwin? Were you incarcerated in Merdwin?
Well, yeah, on this kind of, but you know, I'm here in Yundul Beleg, and I was also incarcerated in Ashtelmut. That's where I'm from.
I've never been there.
Many haven't. A lot of sand. Kids everywhere. And I mean, everywhere.
So you've outlived other prisoners, I assume?
Yeps. Oh God, I miss Bill. Nice dude.
How? Yes. Well, I presume that's the only way you get any protein around here, huh?
No, they feed you. It's just a lot of flowers and greens and nuts.
I don't suppose Astra and Astra would be too disturbed by that diet.
Which is why I'm willing to trade for food, but it doesn't seem like you guys have much to offer anyway. So, you know.
I'll pull out some old dried meat rations. Who knows how old that is?
Oh, that doesn't go bad. It's like honey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll still give you botulism, and I'll give it to
You will scarf it down.
you.
He said he was going to trade, so I guess that's just a gift.
So, trade? No?
He'll reach this. Oh, wait. Pull out something and place it in your hand, and you open up your hand, and inside is like a toothpick and a ball of lint. Fair trade.
You mentioned they send monsters at us. How have you been able to survive for so long?
From, you don't know where he pulls out a curved dagger for this.
Oh.
I know a little bit of magic too, you know. This is for emergencies.
Magic is fairly useful.
Indeed it is. Anyway, they should be bringing the food in a couple hours. Y'all kick back and relax. I promise you, this is going to be a fantastic 10 to 15 business days.
being imprisoned as soon as we reach land annoys me quite a bit.
I mean, it would annoy me too. But I'm not the
That's-
grand designer of this universe, so
Okay.
I can't make those decisions.
There's
Grab Astra and lean close to her. Astra, you have the wand? You can find secret doors or traps, maybe.
We can try. Or I can go ahead and use the wand in 3 different spots. To try to detect any secret doors or traps that they might release maybe these animals from, or any way we can maybe get out.
Maybe their means of listening or watching.
Go ahead and give me the
Yeah.
description for the wand of revealing, please.
Okay,
Wand of Secrets. I just put in deep VTC.
thank you.
While you use action to expand one of the and if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points to the one nearest to you.
Okay, so maybe here, and I'll stand in the center of the square that we're in, the diamond that we're in.
Nothing.
Check the corners.
2 corners.
Nothing.
Top left, bottom right. Nothing in 30 feet of the corners.
No secrets within this room.
They drop them from the sky. What's going on?
After about an hour or so, the iron gate opens up, and stepping into the room is a rather short guard, standing about 4.5, 5 feet tall.
Are you one of the monsters that person was telling us about?
No, I'm one of the guards. Here's your meals, and he's gonna set down a tray. And the plates are stacked really oddly. Anyway,
what's your name, soldier?
been seeing you.
Change name.
My name? Branch Rock.
Oh, great. Good. Maybe if you're going to do that, you should consider a little bit more creative name. So, how long has Sandworm been commanding you? I mean, sorry, that's what we used to call him.
We go way back. He's gonna take a couple steps back and close the door. Bye.
He used to wriggle in his sleep.
The cloak is like dragging along the floor.
Really digging
Good
this.
couple feet of this cloak is just dragging.
Is the cloak still within bars?
No.
Dang.
So I'll call out to our tiefling friend. Was this one Polyorian or Darion?
Can you repeat that?
The gut here, is he Dalion or Polyorian or whatever the 2 gut you say they take bathroom break together?
I've never seen that one before.
Hmm.
Food's here. He's gonna hop down from the tree and start. Oh, is this beans? They've never given me this before.
Oh, beans.
I call dibs. He's gonna take the can.
You might not want to.
Inspect the food.
Wait.
What are you trying to figure out about the food?
You said it was stacked weirdly, right?
Yeah, it was hiding the can of beans within the stacks.
Oh,
of
it was
plates.
just hiding the can of
Yeah.
beans.
Oh, it's a
Right.
message.
Huh. You think maybe Tuam is here, but
No, and I don't know what you're talking about. That was definitely one of the legitimate gods, and not something we should be talking about.
huh? No, we're talking now. What?
No. Zul, just
Yes, I mean it's so interesting that can of beans fell in with here. From what was it? The god's name was Branch. What was I don't Branch Rock? Yes.
That's a
Yes.
weird elvish name. He's really short for an elf. Are they conscripting children now?
Well, I mean, the war is quite brutal. They would likely have to, recruit some more underage soldiers for defense at home. Maybe he just lost his legs below the knee and he's just walking on two stumps.
That sounds painful.
He left his knees in Korea.
It took my shins. It took my feet, sewed them onto my knees. Oh,
Tragedy.
Lord. Anyway.
Moving on.
Yes. Careful with the can of beans. It could be a trap.
These wings are delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you mind if we have the can now that you're empty? Is there like a label on the can?
Nope. It is a can that is now empty. No label.
No, like he didn't eat like a note or a shiv or a key.
Nope.
Did you chew your food?
Shit, he might have eaten it.
Yeah. Y'all are acting really weird. Let me tell you, this is the most interesting day I've had in a while.
Yes.
I'd assume there's a pretty low bar with you being imprisoned and all.
Oh, you pass the time. Let me tell you, I have some voices in my head are great conversationalists.
Okay. Kydra's gonna walk up to the bars. He's gonna inspect them. He's gonna try to figure out what kind of metal this might be.
Yeah, go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Hydro, don't bite the bars. They're not made of chocolate. You cannot lose more teeth.
I had advantage. I help. But no, it's a 3.
It's a what?
3.
A 3? Yeah, so you don't know. It could be anywhere between aluminum and mithril. You have no clue.
You should like. Nasmir, what is this?
Why didn't you ask earlier?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not exactly a metal worker, but I did some things with clockwork gears.
Casimir pulls out his sword.
Oh, perhaps he knows.
I don't think those bells are friendly.
Shit.
Oh, the gates.
Shite.
Right.
Casimir, you can fly up.
He flies about 10 feet up, and that's it. Be prepared.
Gates opening.
As these two gates open up high in the walls, stepping out, you see a snout. The snout is about the size of the length of your bodies. Not the druids.
The
Kind of
snout is?
clawing into the wall. You watch as these two leathery wings begin to make their way out. Its claws or front claws are attached to its wings. That's kind of stepping forward. This long tail lashing about, and then from the other one, another one begins to crawl out, crawling down the stone. Its hooked claws kind of finding its way into the stone wall. It appears that we lost Aspen for a moment. So,
As I was literally messaging Noah to be like, hey, can you have the bot on standby? As soon as I finish typing, fuck.
Yeah, his camera definitely froze there before he dropped.
yeah, it happens.
Oh, now Nate's the dungeon master.
Hey, continue
okay.
on.
Yeah.
Who am I?
Suddenly, these two creatures turn into rabbits with 1 HP.
They could be way more dangerous. They're like killer rabbits. Each hit it
Never
does
know.
1,500 hit points.
They have an AC of 45.
Does anybody have a holy hand grenade?
I don't know.
Did you bless yours yet? Zulkifli?
One moment. What? Okay, so these creatures are coming. Oh yeah, we're going.
From opposite sides of the room, they have wings. What is going on right now?
He's back.
Okay.
Cool.
All things are right in the world again. You know what, everybody?
Indeed.
You know what? Go ahead and do me a favor and roll for initiative as these two wyverns make their way into the room. Been a while since we fought one. I think the last time you guys fought one of these was during the very first arc of the first campaign.
Wyvern.
I used all my good initiatives on Monday. There, Noah.
That's true.
I do believe we did fight wyverns later on.
No,
It fail.
I don't know. I'm just showing random stuff. All right, so let's see here.
Hold on one moment.
Vern the Wyvern.
As
Only
this is
rare.
happening and these creatures are emerging, making themselves known to all of you, you hear a voice on the other side of the stone gate. I'll tell you what. Survive this, and we'll see what happens.
That's not so much of a promise.
Nephidius is nowhere to be seen.
But it sounded like his voice came from just outside the gate.
It is. It's the lieutenant, as he's come to watch this happen.
Sandev.
Sandev. Indeed. All right. So let me go ahead and get their initiatives on the board. Is everybody on the board, by the way?
Yep.
And these two creatures are about 20 feet up on the wall. In a chamber that has about 50 feet of airspace. And everybody, without further ado, it is time to start combat, starting with our very own Zulkifli with the first wyvern on deck, the Nasmir in the hole.
Thank you. Okay, bonus action as he draws his longbow. He's gonna take 6 points of damage as he activates his Crimson Right on his longbow.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take 2 shots at the red wyvern here, the one that's close by. 1, 2. Okay, shot 1, 21 to hit, and shot 2 is a natural 1, 12 to hit.
First natural one in the session, the 21 does hit.
Okay, doing 11 points of magical piercing damage with an additional 2 points fire damage.
All right, so a total of 13 there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and also it's got the brand of castigation on it now.
All right.
Ooh, yeah. So like this, mysteriously, as the arrow pierces its hide, there's this sudden streak, as if it's been attacked by 3 claws. Just a 3-claw mark on it. Just appears on its skin.
3 claw.
Yeah, 3-claw. 3-claw. Ooh.
Oh,
Start processing that.
Oh my god, the note takers. Someone check on them.
guys, the lore.
Wait, there's a 4th claw on there. What does it mean? Anyway, so
How are they connected?
yeah. So having done that, he is he's going to take a position a little bit closer to the center, and that's his turn.
All right, so the first one is going to fly towards Casimir, who's 10 feet in the air. Stop there. It is going to attack the first one with its jaws, as these jaws come clamping down towards you. That is going to be a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
With its 10 feet of reach. 25
That definitely
will
hits.
hit. It was a high roll. It's okay.
Yep.
That is going to be 9 points of piercing damage, and then it's going to swing this tail with this long spike on the end towards you. I need a Constitution saving throw with a 21 to hit.
It's an 18.
18 will succeed, so you're going to take half the damage. But first, this is going to be full damage. That is going to be another 7 points of piercing damage. So we are at 17, correct? Or 16 total that you've taken?
16, yeah.
16. Okay, and now let me roll these d6. I don't have enough to do it all on one roll, so bear with me. You're taking half. It's fine.
I know.
Rolls all nat 6s.
Dungeon Master says, I don't have enough dice for this.
Mm-hmm.
That's additional after halved 12 points of poison damage. So what's the total?
Yeah, that's a lot. 16 plus 12 is 28.
28 points of damage.
Yeah. Blood streaked all over the creature's face.
This creature swoops down towards you, and as you turn around, as you were focused on the one in front of you, the other one, it clamps its jaw right onto your shoulder, biting down as your blood begins to kind of pour out in steam as it does so. And as it does that, the stinger comes around and skits you right into the other side in your rib cage. You just feel this kind of burning sensation as this venom is injected into you, which you manage to like tense your muscles and kind of constrict and stop its flow, but it does do a little bit of damage to you. You're feeling weak and just letting out this roar as it takes its first strike in victory. Nazmir, it is now your turn. Cormac's on deck.
Okay. First of all, I should have clarified this before, but the spell, the Arcane Focus gives me what, +2 to
Your spell attack.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so we're gonna do and does it also work on the spell save then?
No, +2 spell focus only works on your spell attacks, I believe.
Okay. Gotcha.
I will look that up, but for now we'll do +2.
Okay, sounds good. I was trying to find it and was having trouble. So let's do a chromatic orb. And I haven't added that 2 to this yet, so we'll add that manually. I don't know, lightning. That is 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Okay. And then that is lightning damage. And I had the 2 on just the attack roll or damage as well?
2 damage as well. That's how plus weapons work.
Gotcha. I don't know
So
if
it's just your attack and your damage is all it adds to.
Okay. So that would be 13 lightning damage then.
On which one?
The red one.
The red one? Okay, 13 points of lightning damage. Noted.
And I will run behind this rock.
All right.
That'll be it.
Cool. Cormac, your turn.
That's me.
That's
you. Do I know what kind of wyvern this is? At all? Or is it just a normal wyvern?
You can
Flying
make
car.
a nature check
Sure, I'll do that.
as your
That's not-
action.
Yeah. That's a 12.
You know that they are in the same family as dragons.
Ah, great. That's helpful. Okay. Well, let's see here. Well, since I already spent one action, I'm gonna take action surge, so I can do another action. He's gonna use his musket. He's gonna expend a grit point using violent shot. And let's see here. And he will be using his bullets of the storm.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 25 to hit.
25
Wow.
will hit. Barely Really though, just kidding. Yes, 25 hits.
So 7 plus 2 of lightning damage, and then with the violent shot, it's gonna be 8 more points. So 9 plus 8, 17 total points of lightning damage.
To which one?
To the blue one.
All right, 17 points of lightning damage. Okay,
And that'll be his turn.
that is Cormac's turn. Next, Wyvern. It's gonna swoop down towards Zulkifli, stopping about there with its 10 feet of reach. It's first going to attack with its jaws. That is a 21 to hit.
Oh, 21 hits.
21 to hit. That is going to be 8 points of piercing damage. And now
Okay.
it's going to try to use its stinger. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Ooh, 19. Okay, 19 just hits.
Just hits. Level 6, what? I need a constitution saving throw, please. I suppose that's my fault. Whatever.
No.
11 points of
5.
piercing damage to start.
Ooh. Okay.
And now let's roll the poison damage. That is going to be 24 points of poison damage. What's the total?
Whoa! 24 points of poison damage? Okay.
A lot of damage.
Holy shit. Okay.
What's your health at?
8 now?
Ouch.
What the hell?
This creature swoops down and just grabs at your arm, and it's like, and you kind of pull away from it as his teeth just rake down. Yeah, that's 76 of poison damage, is quite a bit for wyverns. And as you pull your arm away from it, just racks your arm more, but you are distracted as it gets its stinger right into your thigh, right where your artery is, and it just, this poison courses through you. You guys watch as Zulkifli's veins turn black, and he is very weakened by that attack. Astra, it is now your turn.
Yeah.
Aspen's on
So
deck.
I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action Starry Form Chalice, obviously. And then I'm going to first and foremost second level healing word. Coin flip. I'm gonna give that 10 healing to Casimir, and then after healing him, let me roll for healing on Starry Form. And then that's 10 points of healing also, and that'll go to Zulkifli.
All right,
so
so
hopefully
both
that'll help
Casimir
her.
and Zulkifli get 10 HP back.
Thank you.
That worked out perfectly.
Right, now
Wonderful.
we'll see if you live.
She loves both of you equally this time.
And I would just like to, let's see, I'm gonna move a little bit, but that's the rest of my turn. I am good to go.
All right, Aspen, it is now your turn.
All right, so Aspen, darts over, just over here, just 20 feet of his movement to the middle here, and he kind of, how close to the ground is the wyvern there?
They are both about 10 feet off the ground. Well, the one that's marked red is 10 feet off the ground. The one that is marked blue is about 15 feet off the ground.
All right. Okay, so that's a sphere, so that's fine. So Aspen, in this little 10-foot area right here, casts Wither and Bloom,
Okay.
and which means I'm casting it at the 3rd level. So what?
I believe it has to make a con save for Wither and Bloom.
Yeah, it needs to make a con save, and
16.
Zulkifli can roll 2 of his unspent hit dice.
Nice.
It got a 16 on his con save.
I believe that just passes, so it takes what, half damage
Ooh.
on this.
Roll.
So let me Roll that. 3d6, 5 necrotic damage.
5 necrotic damage.
Yep.
And Zolkifli regains 18 HP.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
I think it's pronounced Wider and Bloom at this time.
And with my bonus action, I cast Shillelagh on my staff.
I've heard it both get pronounced Wyvern and Wyvern, so you know we're gonna say Wyvern.
I think it should be Wither and Shroom.
Enough of the puns. This is a very serious moment. Zolkifli's dying.
And I guess I'll actually just use 5 more feet of my movement to get right there.
Wow.
That's it.
All right. It is now Kydro's turn.
Okay. So Kydro, seeing actual, like miniature dragons pull up, he feels a little bit challenged right now. Well, okay. These are smaller than Zale, I might be able to take these on, actually. All right. So he's going all out right away. So he's just going to bust out his magic right away. He's going to infuse himself with wind energy. He's casting Zephyr Strike. And in combination with this extreme speed he's moving at and the cloak of displacement, he moves like a blur as he just zips around the side of this Drake. I'm just going to punch him, like, straight up in the abdomen. Super hard fire punch. And this will be with advantage because of the Zephyr Strike.
Are you able
reach
to
it?
reach 15 feet into the air?
Good question. Now, let me think it over. No, but weapon attack roll. Okay, dart time, basically. So he will not be punching him in the abdomen. He will be throwing a dart at the abdomen of the creature with advantage. So it's 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
Plus, yes. Plus the force stone. For a total of 9 piercing plus 7 force, 16 damage.
16 points of force damage. All right.
It's not all force, it's piercing.
Piercing
plus force.
damage plus force. Wow. Anything else for your turn?
Very ace. No, that is all.
Very well. Casimir, it is now your turn. Zolkifli is on deck.
Okay. So we're having a rough time. Got a little shredded up. Casimir is going to hold his longsword in both hands and go in two-handed, go in for a strike. Something you've probably never seen him do before.
Ooh, two-handed.
Yes. So that's a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Okay. See if it's worth it. Probably wasn't. So it's 7 slashing damage.
7 points of slashing damage. All right.
All right, and we're going to, because we are a fighter, action surge. And
He's
going
a
to
fighter.
throw a booming blade at it.
Wow.
Going for an attack.
Wow.
That is, what is that? The hit will be a dirty 20.
You hit it sensually.
Yes. All right, so get to roll damage. That's not great. 6 slashing damage. And then if it moves with 5 feet, it takes 1d8 thunder damage.
Okay.
Now that he's done that, he's going to move his longsword into one hand and activate his blade song.
Very well.
And he's going
Zolkifli.
to stare it.
Mhm. Okay, cool. Start of my turn. Just a growl, and my eyes blaze orange. And I just reach down, I loosen up my vest just in time as my chest expands, flows with orange fur, and I've used my bonus action to shift into my hybrid form. I'm still going to take 2 attacks. This... Looks like my friends are concentrating on this one. Yeah, okay. 2 attacks at the blue one because we need to focus on at least one at a time. $26 and 20 to hit.
Both will hit.
Cool. 10 points magical piercing damage with an additional 4 points fire. 14 total. Then 11 points magical piercing damage with an additional 4 points of fire. 15 total.
So that's 29
29 points total, yep.
on the,
To the
one.
Blue one.
Okay.
Blue one. Yep. Cool.
All right.
Okay, and I'll just position myself there. Okay, now I'm done.
All right. That is now the next creature's turn. It is going to continue its assault on Casimir. Casimir, a 24 will hit, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yes, it will.
All right. And this time it's going to use its claws. As it is flying, it's able to use its claws while flying. That's going to be 2d8 instead of 2d6. 13 points of slashing damage.
Yep. Yeah, that hurts.
And now it's going to do a stinger attack. That is a natural 1. As it's taking the stinger attack towards you, this arrow comes soaring in and just like embeds itself into the breast of this creature, and it roars in pain. And as the stinger goes and flies by your face, missing you. That is a second natural 1. All right.
Thank the dice gods.
Yeah. 7d6. No joke.
Nazmir.
Okay. So first of all, Casimir, which square are you actually in? Because you're like between 4 of them.
Well, I can't even see the squares from here. Are the squares perfect?
Yep.
Let's move it on to one of the diamonds.
Yeah. That's weird. I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So
He's also 10 feet in the air.
If you could drag and drop your token onto the map, it doesn't snap to the grid.
right.
You asked
So
if my squares
first-
were perfect. Of course they are.
First of all, let's do another chromatic orb. Let's switch it up. Let's do a thunder one this. No, it's thunder one this time.
Okay.
Mm.
$19 will hit. He froze for a moment. Don't forget, everybody, that this stream is brought to you by Rogue Energy and Found Familiar Coffee. Use the commands in chat, !energy, !coffee for more information on those, and the code prestige at checkout gets you 10% off. Nazmir, you can continue your turn. The 19 does hit for 10 points of thunder damage.
Or 12 with the
12 points of,
focus.
of thunder damage. Onto the blue one, you said?
Yep. And then I'm gonna run up 25 feet of movement next to Casimir here. And I want to summon my echo on the back of the wyvern.
All right.
And let's see. An action surge so that my echo can attack.
All right.
I rolled a 12.
12 will
There it
miss.
is. Okay. Cool. That should be everything. If I use, I think that other thing's a bonus action. Unleash. Nope. If I use an attack action, okay. Unleash Incarnation. One more attack, and then I'm done.
Okay.
There we go. So 21.
21 will hit. If only they were both with advantage, that would have been 2 natural 20s.
That's, yeah.
Only.
Okay. And that's, cool. 8 slashing damage.
8 points of slashing damage. Wonderful. So
Is that
as
thing
you
on the ground
attack
now?
with your chromatic orb, you summon your echo. It misses the first swing, and then you take a second attack against it, and this one lands the blade into the back, right between the spine, and this like very dark red blood begins to come out of its back. This creature is looking hurt at this point.
Neat.
What was your question, Noah?
Oh, is it on the ground now? The blue one?
No, it is. His echo is on the back of the creature, attacking.
Oh yeah, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, good.
All right.
Okay.
Cormac,
roaring.
it is
Keep
now your
going.
turn.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm still gonna focus on the blue one here. Except this time, not gonna use Bolts of the Storm because obviously lightning didn't do too much to it. So I'm just gonna use standard
it
ammo.
did the damage to it. It did
I mean,
damage.
yeah, that's fair. But also, I don't want to waste all my bullets. So, yeah. So still gonna be. Well, he'll swap to his flintlock and take a shot at it.
Okay.
While expending a grit point for violent shot. Almost forgot that. Gonna be a 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
All right. So boom. So 8 plus 4 for 12 piercing. Then for the violent shot, another 11 for 23 points of piercing damage.
On the one marked blue?
Yep.
Yep, that would it. You're starting to look real hurt now.
Oh my god. Yeah, and that'll be my turn.
All right. The one, as Edward turns to this one and begins to focus on it, there's still one on the other side. It's going to make an attack against Zolkifli. It's going to do its bite attack. Not bite. Claw. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
11 points of slashing damage.
Okay. It doesn't do as much damage as it expects.
Ooh. Are we resistant?
It's trying to slash through, but Zolkifli's tiger hide is all kind of jacked up. The skin's a little bit looser. The fur is kind of
So you
piercing.
take 5.
Hard
How
to
the
take.
tables, how the turns have tabled.
All the turns have tabled.
The Stinger's going to go into Aspen's back now.
Ah.
21 to hit.
Go right in there.
Yep.
Silvery barbs, roll again.
19 to hit.
Yeah, it was a shot.
Still hits, yeah.
Is it funny
19
how I
excellent.
like? And
I'm going to use a reaction and use my blood maledict to reduce the attack rating. Here we go. Come on. By 3 to make it a 16 to hit.
That still hits.
Damn it.
Can we stack?
God, it's
Can we
like-
stack? Can we stack? Because if I use my wheel and woe every morning, okay, I got a 5 on my dice roll, okay? So that's, woe, and we can deduct more, and I just rolled a 3, as you can obviously see.
So a
we
13
can
to hit.
stack it.
That misses.
So as the
We
stinger
did it!
comes towards this, it gets distracted by these stinging words coming from Castor's mouth, and then both Astra and Zolkifli reach out as a common move and both make their incantations to make this thing just like seize and freeze for a moment as
Clutch.
it misses.
Took
Yeah.
a while, but we got there.
Happens.
Kaiser,
Like-
advantage.
Oh, nice, thank you. And right after this happens, right, entire action's concluded. Aspen, watch out!
Astra, it is now your turn. It's like having a whole party with counterspell all over again.
That's great.
There's a lot of features for that.
So I still have my starry form going, and I'm seeing all of my companions. They're taking damage. It's real spooky. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Aura of Vitality. I'm gonna really focus on that. No way.
No way.
No way. 3 points of healing.
Oh,
Casimir, enjoy the 3 points.
2d6.
Um.
So both
and then
Casimir and
Oh.
Zulkifli get 3 points of healing back.
Well, actually, ooh, do they both? Is
Well,
it both?
Is Aura Vitality, does that reach both of them?
You know, you would assume
That's the
that it
range.
would be a group. I'm trying to find it
You're
again.
30 feet from yourself.
Yeah, and well, it says you can cause one creature in the aura, including you, Pumpkin, to regain 2d6. So it's just
Alright,
one person.
So who are you targeting for that?
That was for Casimir, and then I rolled for Starry Form. I got a 6, and that'll go to Zulkifli.
Casimir, what's your current health?
That brings me up to 21.
Ooh.
21. And then
Pretty good.
Zulkifli gains 6 more.
Thank you.
Mm.
A bruise fades a little bit.
We love that. All
Yeah.
right. Anything
It goes
else
from
for your
being
turn
a-
there, Astra?
No. We're good.
All right. Astra, glowing with this starry light, will reach out, and this aura forms around her, blessing Casimir with the old ways, the old magics. And then she reaches out with her other hand, and this kind of like white light embraces Zulkifli as the stars brighten for just a moment. Aspen, it is now your turn. Hydra's on deck.
So is that blue wyvern still alive?
Yeah, it's looking real hurt.
It's looking real hurt.
Yep.
And how far in the air is it?
10 feet, 15 feet. That one's 15 feet. The red one is 10.
All right. Okay. I'm confident in Kydro to hit him. So
I'm sure you want to. Okay.
Finish it off. Finish it off.
Aspen is gonna extend his hand towards the blue wyvern, and it needs to make a let's see this strength save.
A strength
dragon?
save.
Yes.
Yeah, let's have a dragon creature roll strength save. 23.
23. Shit.
Natural 19.
Okay. Natural 9. All right. So it succeeds. Is like these loops start to grow around it and then just dissipate once it fails. Unfortunate. And my bonus action. Let's see. I can I'll just use Healing Word on Zulkifli.
Okay.
I don't think you can do a bonus.
Oh, I
action.
can't. I can't. It's a leveled spell. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, I guess I can't use my bonus action. Useful at the moment. So that'll be that.
All right. It is now Kydro's turn.
Okay, so just to clarify, blue dragon is 15 feet off the ground, and the red one's 10, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna bring back a Kydra classic if you guys remember this play.
Oh.
It's Kydra looking around. It's doing all these equations in his head. He's very dumb, so he's just having trouble. Alright, that one's lower than that one. Aspen is 6 feet tall.
Oh god.
Right?
This mathematical formula.
Kydra's sprinting over to Aspen. He's gonna do a good old jumping onto his shoulders.
Yes.
He's gonna jump off his back, channeling his ki for a moment. He's going to Definitely send a bunch of keys straight into his legs as he uses Step of the Wind, doubling his jump distance. He's going to jump off of Aspen's shoulders 10 feet into the air now. He's going to strike the red dragon with a flaming fist straight to the abdomen.
Remember, you have an advantage to use at your leisure.
Ooh.
Ooh, I will not need it.
27 will
27
hit.
fire damage. 6 fire damage. For that.
All right.
Just to make it a little bit more epic style, I will have to add Favorite Fall onto that for an extra D4.
Okay.
For a total of 9 fire damage.
Because he's not just a monk, everybody. He's also a ranger. You can't forget
True.
this.
So true.
Anything else for
Then-
your turn?
Nope, he's just gonna come back down to the ground. Ready for the next turn.
All right. Casimir, it is now your turn.
Casimir's having a great time right now. He's going to take a look at the creature, kind of badly hurt, a little disappointed in himself. And he's going to follow up with a one-handed blade strike
Okay.
again. So let's hope for the best. Ooh, okay, that hits. That was a 25.
25 will hit.
Yes. And that is a perfect 8 on the 1d8, so that is 13 slashing.
13 points of slashing damage. He's really, really hurt.
Yeah. And he is not going to do anything cool. Going to use second wind, so he doesn't die.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay, and he heals 9 hit points. Kind of
Zulkifli.
focuses.
Yep. Okay, Zulkifli from where he is going to unleash another longbow attack at the blue one. 22 to hit.
That hits.
Rolling 9 points piercing and
No need to roll anything else. That's exactly what you needed to
3
take it
points
out.
fire. Oh, okay, so burn. Boom, boom, burn, done.
Yeah, so as this arrow pierces it, it once again hits the breast of this creature, and you watch as it just burns from the inside out and crumples to the ground.
Ah, okay. Okay. Also, just a quick clarification. The red one has taken 2 psychic damage from the last time.
Okay.
From Brand of Castigation.
Yep.
Still learning the class. Okay, so it's down. Okay, chuck that one up. Okay, so I'm going to turn and then use my other attack to attack the red one from down below. I'm still 10 feet below. 20 to hit. And 12 piercing.
Okay.
Along with 3 fire, so 15 total.
Okay.
Okay, so, and then my last trick. I'm going to step back 1 and use my bonus action. Might as well try. Focus on the thing is blood, and I'm going to use Blood Curse of the Binding. And I'm going to try to freeze it up. So I need a strength saving throw, DC 13.
That's cocked. 14.
Damn, so close. Okay. So close. Okay, fine.
The first one was a cocked natural 20, so
Okay, well, now I know. Now I know what kind of fight this is going to be. Okay. So, I'm done.
Yep.
I'm gonna move back 1 there. Okay, now I'm done.
As the creature begins to rear to attack Hydro for his next attack, as it looks down, there's just this wave through the air, and the creature crumbles to dust. There's a sound of heels on stone, methodically
Nice.
set coming towards all of you. Well, what is going on here? Stepping into the chamber is an elvish woman. She is wearing these robes. These robes are really tailored to look more like a dress, and they are heavily embroidered with white and gold. It's mostly a white robe with gold, and she has this long blonde hair. Her ears have several piercings, and these runes kind of like pierce with it. Now, what is all this that I see? And you know, Zokifli, you recognize this one. Her name is Amelia.
Amelia. You again?
Have
Tilt
we
my
met?
head. Yeah, because I'm a weretiger at the moment. So I'll just start to shift. Orange fur just sort of flies off into the wind, and I reduce down into size into my human form. Yeah. Zulkifli.
I'll get to you in just a moment. Sandev, Lieutenant, is this your doing? Yes, we're just trying to blow. Blowing off steam. Is this how the Solstice King handles such matters? No, she's going to put her hand gently onto his shoulder, or his arm, and she's going to lean forward. And you watch as she just whispers in his ear. His eyes glaze over, and he just crumbles to the ground. And she's going to look back over her shoulder, her hair kind of like tossing back as she does so. Well, it seems we have some catching up to do. And that is where we're going to take our mid-session break.
Ooh. Oh. Okay.
Ah.
Did you just kill that dude?
Yes. Crumbled. Made him crumble. Who knows? Could be asleep.
Crumpled to the ground. No, he's dead.
No, this.
He's dead.
He's straight up
asleep.
dead.
He wriggles a little bit.
All of his ketchup just came out of his pockets.
Was that the first power word kill we've seen in this campaign?
Who knows?
Jeez.
Maybe you need to make an arcana
Whoa.
check. So everyone, we will be back in just a moment as we're going to continue this story with them coming into a new kingdom and a bunch of other stuff going on. It's a really nice time. Don't forget that you can join our Discord to take part in the variety of activities that we do here at Prestige Gaming Community. We're not just a Dungeons & Dragons stream. We're not just Twitch streamers. We are a whole community for people to celebrate what makes them nerdy and discuss it all together and more. We also have watch parties from all the new nerd shows coming out, and that's a really fun time as well. Every Friday and Sunday currently is when we have this going on. And in case you're just now joining us and you weren't here at 7:45,
Yeah, if you want to catch up, on some of our previous episodes, we have all of them up on YouTube. You may also be listening to us right now on any of the podcast networks. Let me see. Let me just. Oh, by the way, we're also on TikTok. Are we on TikTok?
We're on TikTok.
We're in there. Yeah, you'll see us there every now and then. You might even be here because you saw our cute faces there.
he thinks I'm
Yes,
cute.
we're mostly cute. Tune in. Maybe you see more than just our faces. Sometimes our hands too.
Especially when we have our miming episodes.
It's true. I would also say, if you're going to be at Comic-Con at Seattle, do you want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, we're going to be there as tourists, and we're going to have a bunch of really fun stuff that we're doing as well. If
That's
you see
right.
one of us with a question mark above our heads, we might have a quest for you with a prize at the end if you complete it. So it's going to be a really good time. We're
It's
really
mostly
excited.
XP.
It's all for show. That's all it
It's
is.
all. Yeah, you get extra attack. All right.
Well, everyone, we will be back here in about 20-ish minutes, and we will continue our story from here. And welcome back, everyone. So, Amelia turns to look at all of you. Looks like we have some catching up to do. She'll turn her full body towards you and take one step closer. Now, what brings you all into Yundul Beleg?
We were seeking information.
Knowledge.
I see.
Power.
I don't think that this is a good place to chat. You can follow me. Oh, mind the step. She'll point to Sandev. She'll just like gingerly step over him and keep going.
Is he breathing?
No.
Yeah. Ooh.
Casimir stabs him in the rib just to see if he moves.
He is dead.
Hydra's gonna give him a little kick on the way out.
Still pauses, looks down at the body. Any keys just sort of sitting there, lying there, attached to his belt.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Nice. 15.
15. Yeah, you managed to grab the keys seemingly unnoticed.
Noted.
Little worm wriggled his way to death.
As she's walking, her heels clicking as they go down the stone hallway. And eventually it opens up into this long covered bridge of stone. This whitewashed stone with, and as you look out, you can see the entire city below you. That was the old fighting pits of the monastery, where many monks train and keep history and records of the world. Lately it's been used for the entertainment of the guards, but allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Archmage Amelia Frithful, and I am the Archmage of the Golden Order. So you came all this way simply to gain knowledge? Well, you are at the monastery that has most of the world's knowledge contained within. What sort of knowledge do you seek?
We're looking for somebody specific.
Yeah.
Well, more than one thing, to be honest.
One thing. Amelia, how did you know you were here?
Oh, let's not worry about that.
You watching us?
Has a little bit of a creepy aura about that, to put it like that.
I am asking because we think maybe there are people watching us. Some of us, maybe all of us.
She looks down. I must admit, yes. I was. Occasionally scrying, as I am aware of your deeds at Ferna. I've heard about what has happened at the capital of Mysteria as well, but I know that you're not guilty of that.
Who then?
Oh, your patron, of course.
Okay, Stan.
Indeed. You see,
Master.
I don't think it's without its merit, though. The Diacogs were selling siege machinery to the tribes of Grumash.
They are the ones. I turned to Nazmir.
I'm sorry, the what?
They were selling their machinery to the orcs, goblins who attacked. Your clan, Diacog.
Didn't know.
I believe it's just business. They sold machinery indiscriminately. But, you know, some frown upon it.
We saw firsthand the effect of the armies of those orcs. We had to flee another kingdom because they completely took over the city.
Such as war. At this point, she'll take you down a hallway in this tower that you're now in as part of this monastery. I have set up a temporary office in here. I can have tea brought in. But please sit down. First, let's discuss the more important matter at hand. Lycanthropes aren't exactly legal in Yundul Beleg. And I feel like you knew this as well. And yet you showed it anyway.
You will not be putting any sort of restraint around my friend's neck.
On the contrary, I think that you have more use without one.
Use.
We'll see. Anyway, just that behind this desk has it's seems to be carved from one tree. It has owls on both sides, like kind of like as the legs holding it up. Now, tell me, what knowledge do you come to this empire seeking and get yourself into trouble so quickly? And
So,
she'll tap on the desk with her long nail. Don't lie to me, because I'll know.
Trouble finds us very easily.
so with all of your looking at us, watching us without our permission, you haven't heard anything?
Not particularly. I'm not watching you all the time.
I suspect you weren't always interesting enough for them, right, Archmage?
So, are we going to keep dodging my question? I don't think you understand the situation that you're currently in. Your fate on whether you continue to be here in Yundul Beleg is in my hands. I am the leading of one of the highest orders of mages in this empire. You do realize this.
Aspen, we come here to see someone.
We are
The
looking.
university.
We are looking for Ithlanda Lustina.
4.
Information on demonology.
She is well learned, as she is the Archmage of the Black Order.
Where is she?
And fair style.
Yeah, but where?
The Moon Tower
Mm.
and fair style.
Yes.
You see,
So
by all means, continue.
hearing this from me, my intention, where does that put us?
Still walking a thin line. Would fall either way still.
I also have my own purpose. I'm trying to find out what happened to my wife. Are you familiar with the clock tower in Venaria? It is locally known, though I don't know if it's known as far as here. Sorry, for now.
And what sort of information are you seeking?
All I know is there was something important about the tower that my family was tasked with protecting, though admittedly I don't know much about why it was so important. But my wife was taken from me through some kind of portal that appeared in the basement of our tower, and I have a suspicion it's connected.
So interesting.
Yeah. I'm looking meaningfully at Aspen. Gesturing towards her. quizzical look.
Can I insight that? I want to see what I can pick up from that.
Roll
It's-
for insight.
Okay.
Yeah, I I don't. Aspen looks pretty confused. 22.
It's a look that says, "Why not tell her?"
Aspen looks back at her. If you are curious about why specifically we need to know about demonology, it is because of a disease that plagues mine and my sister's home. That isn't normal and is said to be connected to Beldanea.
Let's see.
We seek to cure it.
Archmage Justina is very talented when it comes to demons, and her order and ensuring that they all get their focus properly. Would she be able to advise you on demonic disease, though? I mean, the worst
Can you?
that she could say is no. My expertise falls out of this criteria. You see, my order are those that fight on the front lines. We are those with the combat expertise.
I'm hoping that she could give us some insight on what's going on back home. When I looked for information on this disease, found writings written by her.
Well, I mean, you are more than welcome to visit the Moon Tower and ask her yourself.
Who else can we speak to?
In this particular topic, there's none greater than Professor Listina, although it seems that her mind is going further and further. He says she goes down the rabbit hole.
Professor, sorry, Blahan, slowly. Her name? Professor?
Athander Listina, the one that you are seeking already. Archmage Listina. The more.
So, now you know. This is what we must do. Nasmi as well. He's looking for his wife. Cormac, Kaido, they're here because they make kind of frowns. They're just here. And
Well, not exactly. While I don't really have a specific goal here, just gonna kind of look over to Amelia. Are you aware of the Tower of Allura in Bernaria?
I am.
Tower's taken a lot from me, and I'm gonna be the one to complete that tower. I have to.
And a wood elf, no, half wood elf in Yundul Beleg. Here for some revenge against us for attacking your home.
Nobody here. The town we were once in before we came here. Yes. But nobody here. I have no quarrel with anybody here.
So you do agree that the two elven kingdoms should be united? A pointed question, I apologize. Let's not get into politics. Now, To get to Fairstyle, you'll need to go through the Lernwood Forest, most likely on foot. And then the Moon Tower is in the section of the city to the west.
Ken.
Known as Hriv. Hriv. Hriv.
Thank you. And thank you also for taking us out of the prison.
Indeed. Excuse me, but do you know if I might find anything there as well? Honestly, I don't know where to look. Though I do have one clue. And I want to pull out the page that I have, that I wrote down those 5 words that I recognized before, like time, what was it? Time, death, sleep, life, spirit, with like a circle, they were connected or something. It might have something to do with these concepts, I guess.
Concepts, beings, same thing. And you actually misread that word. It doesn't say spirit, it says destiny.
Well, oh, thank you. It was a bit of a crude interpretation on my part.
That parchment, rather, is referring to some of the oldest beings in creation. Little is known about them, but let's see. She's going to stare at each one of you closely, and she'll stop at Kydro. You've seen the other side.
Briefly. How do you know that?
The smell's on you. You've seen the gatekeeper. The ones that you're referring to: time, destiny, death, life, sleep, are known as the beings of order. Their existence is the very law of nature of our universe. Realms are inaccessible by any magic that is known, especially by me.
Are they, or rather, are the perversions of creation an antithesis to those 5?
Unrelated.
Unrelated.
You see, when Zolna existed, these existed before her. They have always been and always will be. Their existence is in their very concept, personified. And sadly, that's all that's really known. To truly know more, you might need to speak to someone or something much older than anything that's here.
Is there I know they're seeking knowledge of demonology. Is there a more savory method of contact with the older beings? Are there, I don't know, righteous beings or something of that nature?
If I knew how to contact them, do you think I would have not yet done it?
Suppose you would have.
My guess is that your wife is in the realm of time. Think of it as a purgatory.
I have a question. So these lords of order, right? Say death, for instance, right? If you were dead, could you speak to them?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Resurrection does exist. Well, that how do I put this for your simple mind to understand? You do not pass on to the realm of death when you pass on. You go through his doorway into the afterlife that is selected for you by celestial or infernal whatevers. But the very fact that you die is designed by them, and sometimes destiny gets involved and is like, bring them back. They have more to do in this world. But if you don't, you can't come back.
Interesting.
So if you were indeed allowed to pass through the gate not once but twice, round trip, there's something important about you. I wonder if you can say the same for all the rest. Which is truly what has piqued my interest. The fact that you were all there in Ferna from the very beginning when the keepers fell. Not you, of course, Reaver.
By chance. Chance love.
Destiny.
Hmm.
By destiny. Right? Am I
Perhaps.
pitching onto that?
Curious how a tragic story could bring so many together. Coincidentally, the probability of it is minimal.
Amelia, you have been watching us for some time.
Yes, for previously stated reasons.
Yeah. You find us interesting. We have destiny. You say I am useful. So, what use do we have for you? What do you want?
I'm rather occupied with things on the front lines and things going on within our own empire. There is something I would like for you to check up on for me, if you so happen to find the time.
First you say what? Because we have been betrayed a few times now. So now we must be careful. But you already have helped us, so maybe there is something we can do.
You see, there are many things that Yundul Beleg can offer each and one of you. We have knowledge that many others do not possess. We practice magics that others forbid. We have resources. You don't have to give me an answer now, but if you decide to pledge yourself to us under my watchful eye, you will have a place here. In a state of your choosing in any of our Elvish cities. Think of yourselves as independent contractors. But the first task I would have for you would be to check up on the dwarves in Ignabin. It is a very hostile and inhospitable area, yet they have found a way to make it. The resilience of dwarves, I guess. No offense.
Pretty sweet deal, I will say. I'm up for that. I don't know about the rest of you.
Get out my map, and I have to try to have a look for where this is.
Yeah, so Ignabin is on the eastern coast of Merdwin. Right about here. On the opposite side of the continent of where you are now.
First, we go to Feristan. Help my
By all
friends.
means, you may take care of that task. It would be such a shame for you to come all this way just to be sent across the continent.
How long does a journey like that take?
Well,
Fine.
we could take you to a nearby city in Lernbind Hollows, and from there, probably on foot.
But you have magic. You can scry on them, yes? Maybe you have already.
It's not
Maybe
that
you
simple.
know. Or
See,
no?
I was able to spy on you until recently, and then I had to focus on somebody else that I recognized from your party. She's going to take from her pocket a piece of wool and slide it across. I took this from her. I can answer a question for you, though, if you do assist me. All sorts of nasty things have been finding their way to you. Things in bags.
A bag of holding monster.
Things with weapons that shoot you in the back. Have we ever stopped to think? Maybe I'll ask Aspen again. Have we ever stopped to think who might be the cause of all that?
Something's targeting them.
What do you mean by that? Are you saying that
Someone.
I caused the monster?
No.
Who?
You have played a part in a under the table exchange of power, and now you must be silenced.
The crime you've been accused of. Falsely. So they use all these resources just to try and silence them, even though very clearly those with your capabilities can determine that truth quite easily.
Tell me, in the world of politics, are things ever so simple?
Why soldiers don't delve into politics.
And academics are not listened to in politics.
Yes. Well, it does explain a lot. I can't say that this task doesn't seem interesting to me, though it does come a little close to home where you ask us to go.
Perhaps you could visit.
Have you ever seen the cities? With your gaze?
Some things cannot even be reached even by me.
If I ask you to find someone, can you help me find him?
That might take me some time. But that would
Would
be a
you-
resource for later. I cannot give you all of the things that you want. I must get something in exchange. In fact, I'll give you an option. You can check on the dwarves in Ignabin, or you can travel to the ruins of Armendaresk.
Armendaresk, you said.
Indeed. A once proud kingdom laid to waste, forever covered in fog. You know, typical haunted curse shit.
The ruins. Now, ruins are great because it's a bunch of cool stuff, but everybody's dead, so you can just take it. Nobody can stop you.
No. No,
Except for the dead people.
Pedro, you do understand the concept of respect for the dead, yes?
No.
What exactly is going on in the ruins that you need us to look into?
Sketchy stuff.
Really vague.
Seems like sketchy
Vague,
stuff is
I
our
know.
specialty.
There are whispers, a darkness. See, it's when things typically are beyond my sight is when I begin to get worried.
I see. Well,
But,
would you allow us some time to deliberate?
of course, take your trip to Fairstyle. Return to me here, and we can discuss.
I think we need to. Yes, I think we need some time to figure out what is best for our group here.
What I can offer for now is this, and she will take the next few minutes to write a letter. She'll roll it up in a scroll and stamp it with a seal of golden wax. This is a letter from me. It should get you into the moon tower. No problem.
Aspen's gonna hold out.
We'll hand you it.
He'll tuck it in his bag.
Thank you. Amelia, I hold up the silver amulet. I still have this.
What an interesting bauble. I know nothing about it.
Oh yeah? Because it smells like you.
My words, Olkifley. I didn't know that you had such admiration for me.
No.
After such a
just
brief
good
meeting.
nose.
People remember the scent of stuff that stinks.
No, she is not stink. Good smell.
Such a sharp tongue for someone that has fallen so low. I guess wounded animals act the same.
He is a person.
She'll stand up. Well, I believe that is our time.
Astra is going to swipe the wool that she had stolen. She's gonna leave. She's gonna leave out the door. Whatever door is closest. Hopefully it's the proper exit and not like a closet. But I'm trying to be dramatic flair with it, you know?
Asher goes and she like pushes on the door. It's a pull, dear.
Thanks. Pull that door.
Does everybody follow?
Yep.
I do. Yeah, I get up. I'm the last to leave. Just to.
Oh,
Casimir hesitates as well.
thank you for your time.
So Asher leaves, Aspen, Kydro, and Asbjørn, then like so Kifley, Cormac, and Casimir just like all after you.
Just sort of.
Yeah.
Casimir's gonna look back at her, give her a quick salute. No one ever asked me about home when I was here. It always seems strange to me. Were they afraid to find out? Or did they just not care?
If it means anything, Reaver, I advocated for you.
I always found it interesting. We always had such good intelligence in every move we made. My last action, somehow we had faulty intelligence. Doesn't that seem strange as well? Was somebody counting on me?
I'll see you again.
Yes, and saying, I'd like to know who else besides Sandev profited from what happened there.
Continue on the path you're on now. I'm sure it will come to you.
Well, he walks out.
So, outside in the hallway. So, now we are free.
No.
No.
No. Shackles are just different kinds.
You knew her before?
Not well. I've seen her, but everyone's aware of the great commanders, the archmages. I was only a captain. I wasn't all that important. The things I did might have been important in a small realm of things. Maybe my name, what I look like. Even for a tiefling, I stand out in a room. But no. But if she's aware and she's interested, your question is, do you seek support from those you despise? Or do you continue to be harassed by a man who used you and wishes to make you disappear? Because either way, you're trapped, you're shackled, until you can break free truly. See?
You can't be free by coming back to him. So, but now we have target, destination. So,
you all seem to focus best when you have a goal, so you can ignore the shadows that haunt you.
Doesn't everybody?
Eventually, you have to bring light to that which haunts you.
The real question is, do we go to Ignaban or the ruins of Amandarask?
I have a personal preference for
We have time to figure that out.
Did I
I mean
butcher that, Michael? Is that why you're laughing?
It's okay. Your
I
accent.
know we have I know we have other things to do first, but in some of my personal research, this style of fighting that I've found bits and pieces of information seems to point to remnants in the ruins of Amandarask.
Well, I would suspect, based on the fact that she told you this 1 second, that she wanted to keep it fresh in your mind, but I don't know which is the greater challenge. I would suspect a fallen kingdom is not a safe place to be. But
No, but I might find, and forgive me saying it now seems selfish, but I might find more information about this mysterious martial art
Well,
I've never seen this style of swordsmanship before.
Can it help you find your wife?
I don't know. It's helped me stay alive, though.
Hmm.
If it can do that, I think the answers I'm looking for are dangerous.
At this point, you all find your way outside.
I would say.
Mm.
Oh, sorry, Carmack.
I was gonna say before Cormac joins everybody out in the hallway.
Where's
he was
Cormac?
gonna-
Where's Cormac? That's it. That's the one.
yeah. He was going to turn back to Amelia and say, I know you want us to do your bidding before you ask us any questions. But you did happen to know about those people who shoot us in the back. You said that comment you made. And he reaches into his bag and he pulls out the cloth with the lumber logo on it. And he puts it down on her desk and he points at it and he goes, I'll do your bidding. But please, just a name.
She'll smile. Can I have everybody deafen, please? Making sure we don't have any listeners, and we don't.
I think we're good.
You're the smart one in the group. Maybe not book smart, but street smarts for sure. The lumber company's a guys. It's a way to make money on the front, but it goes far beyond that. Are you familiar with the city of Craggy Rock?
I don't think I am, can I? No, he's not.
Make a history check.
All right. Never good. 11.
You know that Craggy Rock is kind of like a you're a rogue. It's not something that you're completely unfamiliar with. Craggy Rock is the city where a lot of crime families operate out of. It is like the city of thieves, the city of criminals.
Okay.
The Shuan Zur family oversees the entire operation. They have connections and were hired by Kaisten. Coincidence that it just so happened to target you, the one who was asking about them. You continuing to live knowing what they did, you're a threat.
What does that have to do with my family?
They're the ones who killed him, of course.
Well, obviously. I know it was led by the man. I know the slaughter was led by the man who was my uncle.
That is all I'll offer you for now. But
And,
you know, Amandaresk is awfully close to Cracky Rock.
Cormac will he'll pick up the cloth, put it back in his bag, and he'll tip his hat and thank you kindly, Milage. He'll take his leave and join the rest of the party.
Let me
in
go
the
ahead and
hallway.
give the spelling for that. It's SHUANXUR, Shuan Zur.
I'll put that in my notes.
And I'm going to tell everybody else that they can come back.
All right.
Where's Comac?
At this point, he will actually join you all outside.
Okay. Comac, you steal something?
Of course not.
Huh? Why not?
Well, you think just because I'm a rogue, I'm automatically inclined to steal everything that isn't nailed down?
What? No, because you're sneaky.
No, I just had a question I needed to ask before
Okay.
I give you guys my answer for what we're deciding to do.
Ken? You coming with us or staying?
Hi, I'm coming with.
Okay, good.
I suppose at the end of the day, with the scope of the decision and the journey we have ahead, when you can make the call once we have more information. Nasmir may be set on one goal, but who knows if the other destination might not fulfill Aspen and Astra's needs as well.
That's a fair point. Let's decide once we've found what we can and
Better steal.
Mm-hmm. Yes, maybe we'll split the party. Send half of us to one and half of us to the other.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Please don't.
dangerous.
Please
Yeah,
don't.
good idea.
Please
We
no.
should split now. Good idea.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll call them the pre-break seekers and the after-break seekers.
Mm.
Don't know that I could do that. I would across the country. I'd worry about the rest of it.
Nasmir is great because we can send one Nasmir with one group and then one Nasmir
Oh,
with the other.
perfect. Nasmir,
More
don't have to
Nasmir.
worry.
Unfortunately,
Always.
you may have never noticed because it's only come up in fighting scenarios, but he can only be about 30 feet away from me.
Why don't you just, does it disappear? Why don't you just keep it with you at all times?
Because it's French.
So
Weird.
that's
Damn scary, man.
Nasmir and Nasmor, it's easy. You'll get a personality. We'll start to have conversations. Does it talk?
I've never heard it talk.
Can you make it talk?
Yeah,
Try it. I mean,
A hell of a puppet act. I mean,
I'll summon him.
Yeah.
It's not. He looks just like me. Don't react like that.
I think he might be
I-
taller.
But I can see
Honestly, I
through
think he's the more
him.
handsome one.
It's different colors, gray, like ghost.
You have a good point.
He needs to get out more.
Nasmir, I never say, what is this? Where did you learn this?
It's part of these bits and pieces I've discovered of this sword fighting style. I don't really understand it yet. It talks about connecting to I don't know, another part of yourself, perhaps.
So what you're saying is you sword fight with yourself?
In a manner of speaking, I guess. As I said, I still don't understand it.
Oh my.
I've done something very similar where I tried, to punch myself and then dodge it, but it didn't work out in my favor. So I'm glad you figured it out.
That's our show,
You know?
folks.
Yeah. Comac, you okay? She's you, magic.
Oh, I'm
For
fine.
some reason, all the NPCs around you are just laughing.
Meanwhile,
Okay,
even-
we should go. We should go.
well, Nazmir's like, is this one of those young people things? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Did I say something?
I have no idea what they're laughing about.
Nasmir, I have studied how to use sword. I know how to fight. I've never heard of this. This is magic. Anyway,
I found the first piece in my clock tower, but it was basically a scrap. I've found very brief mentions here and there, and mostly gone off intuition as we've gone along. But there's apparently further clues in this one of these places we could potentially go.
Amadarisk.
Apparently, there was an order there known as the Echo Knights. Long ago.
You would think that an order like that, people would hear about them more. Maybe twice.
Perhaps.
I know we have one place to go now, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's Celestine to help our friends Aspen Astra after we can see. But who is coming? Comac, he says he is coming. Nazmir, Hydro.
Of course.
Yeah.
As always, I still have my personal goal, but we've seen time and again, this land is also dangerous. I think it works better for us to travel together.
Yes, man.
And besides, I would worry too much about you.
Yes, I think we're all committed. We've gone this far. Why stop as soon as we got into Yundul Beleg?
I don't know if we will find the answers, but on top of finding a way to help our family, we also have to find a way to get back home. Not entirely sure of that process. So.
Perhaps if I can find out how and where my wife disappeared, that could be a key to unlock how to travel where you need to go.
Yeah. Double whammy. What time is it?
At this point, it's about 7 in the evening.
Oh, wow. Time flies when you're in prison.
Pull out one of my 12 pocket watches.
Well, that's not the only thing that's flying
Getting
in
late.
prison.
Also weapons. Yeah.
So do we settle?
Good joke. Good joke.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to hire transportation tonight or worry about that in the morning?
Tomorrow thing.
Is anyone
I think it's imperative
still,
we rest.
Is anyone still hurt?
Yeah.
Astra, you feel something shaking in your knapsack.
That's not normal. Let me check that. Why is that happening?
You pull out a small oil lamp, or a small little oil lamp, and with a puff of smoke comes out of it Nephadius.
What?
What?
I didn't think that would work. I'll take that. And he's going to take his oil lantern and puts it back in his pocket.
You're not dead.
No. It's going to do some stretches. No. That was fun.
You disappeared when the wyverns came.
Yeah, it's a cool little party trick I do. I just put this and I snuck this in the pocket. I can just go into it whenever I want.
Out of character.
Being with who I want.
Out of character, Michael. Nice. Very. I really like these things. They're cool.
What are
Thank
you?
you.
Apologies if that's
I'm
rude.
Nephadius. Tiefling.
Didn't you deserve to be in there?
Anyway, Well, it was such a pleasure meeting all of you. It was a great time. If you ever hear the story of Six-Fingered Nephedius, it's not me because I only got 5 now.
Yes.
So
Nephedius, just before you go, just be aware that we are under observation from very powerful people, and you might have wanted to wait to reveal yourself until you out of the city. Have a fun day.
y'all have a good time. I'll see you around.
Better run.
What was that?
Ah, the thing.
I believe turned into smoke and snuck inside of the lamp.
Yeah, I
What was
assume
in there?
the whole time.
Can you also fit very small? You can squeeze.
Which one?
I don't-
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Casimir.
No. No. I mean, when I was a baby, I might have been able to fit in a bag, but
Nephedius.
Okay. I'll look around. I look for and I listen for the distinctive sound of tavern sounds. Laughing, drinking.
Make a perception check.
Cool. I'm listening and I'm sniffing. Familiar tavern smell. Spilt beer, sweat. 18.
18.
Sociability.
Looking around, there are a few options that you have. One that stands out to you in particular is the sprouting acorn.
Mm.
You know, it's a nice wood tavern with these like white walls. Seems like German medieval building, but with like this white stone in place of the wood. Nice, you know, seems to have a giant oak tree growing out of the top of it.
There.
yes.
Yeah. This
Astra
is
seems excited.
it's a good tree. We can sleep inside this tree. Yeah. And,
That's the safest place to be.
So at this point, I'll say that you're in one of the lower rings of the city,
Okay.
and you do go one of the lower levels, I should say. It's not necessarily a ring, and you go into the tavern, and there you see that there is, you know, just an elven man, very dark hair, tan skin, like these eyes that are like the color of honey, in the sunlight. Oh, hello. How can I help you?
hi.
We are
You want-
seeking refuge.
Food and bits.
Mm-hmm.
Food and beds. Absolutely. I'd be more than happy to help with such things. How many rooms would you be needing?
All.
How many have you got?
No.
What's the sleeping arrangements like in the rooms?
Well, if some of you, if any of you are a couple, I have a lovely couple suite that is available. Shared beds. I have a few that are double beds. I have ones that are just single ones. It's a very slow night. Not many people are traveling to the city seeking refuge.
You do not require a bed.
Well, if you want to sleep here, you have to pay for a room anyway. You might as well.
Yeah. Okay. So 6 rooms.
6 rooms. I do have that available. Let's see here. And you said food as well.
And drink.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
And
look
drink.
over. 4.
Rooms?
I think.
Yeah.
I think-
So I start counting. I put Kydro and Cormac together. And
Oh, yes, we they're going to sleep together either way. So
I do this to Aspen and Astra, and then I do this to Nazmir and Casimir because they rhyme, and then me. So
you know, one of these days I should just sleep hanging from the ceiling.
4 only.
4 rooms with food and drink. How long do you plan on staying? We do have a rewards program.
1 night.
Sadly,
Favorite
that doesn't
traveling-
qualify. You must stay for at least 1,000 nights before you get a free comp of a night stay. Sadly, not very many people are interested in it.
Do we get complimentary snacks when we stay every 20th time, or
Is the breakfast continental?
Every 500th stay comes with a free robe.
Ooh, robe, huh?
Woven
Okay.
from
What's
the
the robe made
finest
out of?
leaves and branches.
Oh,
well,
I'll have to,
Interested in that.
I'll have to talk
Anyway,
to
so
William.
4 rooms, food, and drink, and we're opting out of the rewards program. I see. Let's see here. That will come to a total of 32 gold.
Okay.
A vein bulges a little bit in his little Kifley's head.
wartime prices.
Then he reaches in and he brings out 32 gold from the party funds. Just draws them out. Starts counting.
Pays in copper.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
20.
32,000.
Yeah.
If you would all like any services done while you're staying here, you'd like someone want to run an errand in the city, anything in the like, we'd be more than happy to do so for an additional fee. You all look like travelers. Perhaps a wagon would need to be procured of some sort.
Hmm.
You're right. You're right. So you
We'll
must
think
be
about it.
hungry and want to enjoy your meals. If there's anything I can help you with, please seek out one of our very many talented staff members, and we'd be more than happy to assist you.
May
Thank
I
you.
actually see one of the rooms?
Of course. This is what we call a key, and you just go to the matching room and you use it to look inside.
Thank you.
Is it any different than a regular key?
No. No.
The shape is
It's just
different than your standard key.
Does it
but
have does it have like an arrow pointing which way to put it in?
It's in the shape of some card or something.
A flat, strange object.
Anyway,
strange magic is
enjoy
this?
your stay.
What is your name?
What is my name? Oh, it's
Yes.
Aaron.
Aaron.
Arren, by the way.
Aaron, the cadence of your voice stings my brain.
Something tells me that you're not a very pleasant person to be around. If any guests start to complain about the smell of mold, I'll just ensure them it's a temporary thing.
Oh,
Maybe.
I'm speaking about you.
Yes.
And I said maybe.
well, we should go do the things.
Anyway,
Yeah.
y'all have a
Eating.
nice night. Thank you for staying.
Food. And I'll go and
Right.
plant myself at a table. Meat.
He will bring out an assortment of food. You're
Yeah.
gonna have some nice vegetarian
fruits.
options, a lot of berries, flowers, and these flowers have a different taste to them. Some taste like very sweet, some have like a spice to them, all sorts of things. A lot of it seems to be food that can be foraged, but it's also then prepared in a artisanal way. For meat, a boar is brought out, a roasted boar, and it's kind of like you go up and they trim some off of it. The flame roast, that's delicious, man. I don't know what you're talking about. It's
You never get bored.
Yeah.
yes,
I have a lot of questions
yes,
for you.
yes.
So first and foremost, Astra is going to skip the meal. No dinner. I would like to investigate the rooms. I don't
Okay.
know if I only got one key, right? And it only goes to one room. So I guess I can really only investigate one room. In that room, you mentioned a tree earlier. Is the tree through the entire building? How is this working right now? Explain where this tree is.
It seems like the foundation of this whole building is built around this very large oak. The room that at least you're in, and you can assume that the others have branches kind of coming through the walls into this room, along with windows. It's really quite beautiful. You know, it was 32 gold. This is probably one of the nicer taverns in the city. But you also get the feeling that, you know, the city in general is probably really expensive. But it's quite beautiful. As like, you know, you can lay in one of the beds that's kind of pushed up against the trunk of this tree, kind of coming out of one of the walls, and basically sleep underneath the branches if you so chose.
Okay. That is cute. Side question. If I were to do speak with plants and the plant were to move and form in a certain way, does it stay that way or does it revert back after the communication ends?
Whatever the tree decides.
Very interesting. I would like to cast Speak with Plants on this tree, particularly the trunk area in which I am closest to. I would like to sit crisscross applesauce, do a little bit of gossiping with the tree. I personally think the staff here could do a lot better. You know, your energy is being tainted right now. It's not being honored. Yeah. That's
It
about
gives
it.
you plant thoughts of agreement.
As it should. So wise. So I like it.
So while Chloe's talking to the tree,
Her and trees.
anything
mate.
else?
Damn.
Yeah. We're sitting there. Zulkifli's looking at the boar, and he eats around it because generally avoids pig if you can.
Sag.
Leans over to Cormac. I have the keys, the God's keys, if you want.
What would I want with them?
Don't know. Be sneaky.
I mean, I got nothing to be sneaky about.
No, nothing. Okay. So,
Nothing at all.
open book. Yeah. Oh, never mind that. So, Amelia, what does she want?
Well, you were there.
Yeah, no,
Wants us
no.
either to check out the ruin or check out Ingenman.
Yeah, but from you.
For me, nothing at all. Nothing any different than what she wants from any of you.
Cormac, you must be careful. She is dangerous. She helped us, but she has her plans, huh? And maybe she is working with something or someone that is watching us.
Oh.
You see this? I lift up the amulet. She gave this to me. And I think it has given me a curse. It was something that can maybe make bad things find us.
Well, it would appear that we all have our own curses that we have to deal with, don't we?
Yeah. Yes, well. So, I only say to you, be careful.
I know I have to look after myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You hide behind me. Good. Good plan. Your gun is very powerful. Can you make more bullets? We should buy some here.
I mean, buying them's obviously the easier way to go about acquiring them, but if need be, I can get the materials needed to make them myself, of course.
Okay. Okay. He's gonna look up. He's gonna sort of narrow his eyes. I'm glad you are still with us. Thank you.
Well, certainly has been interesting so far, so.
But I know you are not here because it is interesting. Maybe one day you can trust us and say what you are looking for, because maybe we can help. But maybe not tonight, yeah?
Gonna give it a little. He's gonna take his cup and he's gonna raise it. Like, I'll drink to that.
I'll raise my cup of water.
Yeah.
Get up. Clap him on the shoulder. And look at Casimir. You come. Come, fine.
Oh, okay. Casimir will go with Zulkifli.
Cool. Scene break here in case anyone else wants a scene, but I've got something I want to do with Casimir.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, 2 deafened moments in a session?
Any takers? Going once? Nope, not necessary. Okay. Go upstairs. Come. Go fun. Got the key that I from the desk and I turn it. It's not the right door. I go find the right door. Turn it. Go inside. Okay.
Yeah. They're like you get in the same door, but you put it in one way, it didn't fit, so you put it in the other way.
Still
Okay, so go inside. And close the door. Okay, Casimir.
Yes.
Okay, step back. Step.
Hmm?
Okay. You get your sword ready?
Okay.
Okay.
It pops into his hand
Okay.
out of nothing.
So you see, I hold out got my amulet here.
Uh-huh.
This one, maybe it will protect me, but we will see. We find out. So I reach into my bag of holding. And I reach for the chest of gold recovered from the dragon's hoard that was promised to Casimir. I'm gonna reach for that.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me, DM, how successful I am at getting it out. Yeah, that's what I thought. Dirt 22. Okay. Okay, here. I lay it down on the floor.
Okay.
This is your one. The dragon gave this to you. I keep it safe. The pirates, they did not find it. So I can carry it still, but I'm laying it here because you should no, you should have it, huh? We should count how much is inside.
Okay. You seemed reluctant until now. Are you okay?
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Okay. Casimir, assuming everything's fine, opens the chest.
Okay.
Anything impacted by him opening, like his hand on it, or?
Yeah. What's the CR on the mimic that we just discovered?
There is no mimic on this chest.
Okay,
You
good.
guys are
Okay. Woo, thank God. Okay. What do we see as we open it up?
So the chest has a number of small little treasures and other things inside. Quite a bit of gemstones, coins, and small treasures.
So
Looks like a decent haul.
yeah,
What are we so reluctant to give it up before?
I have to keep it secret because the pirates will steal it. Also, there's some monster inside the bags. Who knows? Maybe in this one also.
What about before that? It's before the monster, before the pirates. You seem to be covetous of this treasure.
Kashmir, it is long time. I did not trust anybody. And I find now I think I can trust you and the others. Cormac, maybe. But sometimes I think I need to hold all of it just to be safe. Because Alamak. Because I don't know. Maybe you can betray me or steal from me. I don't know.
Yes.
I hope you can understand.
It's not something that's easy to trust, is it?
Yeah. Also somehow Amelia maybe cursed me or something. I don't.
Casimir coughs. It's like maybe cursed. This is
yeah, but also trust is very difficult.
Yes, that also is. We'll put a pin in the trust thing. Let's go back to the maybe cursed portion of this.
I hold up the silver amulet. I find this in Mysteria, I think.
The one that you said has the scent of the Archmage.
Yeah. You remember the woman, the bird, the raven? Yeah.
Yes.
So she says the one who gives me this amulet also puts a curse on me. So I find treasure, but also it is I find other things as well. And I think maybe it makes me want to keep the treasure because I must keep it safe. Maybe.
So we would need to find a way to remove this curse potentially.
Yeah, but also there's a lot of money, man.
Yes, well, money doesn't do you any good if you covet it into your death.
She said I can give to someone. But I can. I promised myself already I will not give anyone a curse.
Well, you may find the appropriate culprit, or I don't know much about that level of magics, but I assume that those who worship the divine may have some tools at their disposal.
So, Yeah. I'll make a gesture to wave this away.
Yeah.
I want to know. You want to keep this box, or I keep it, and then I keep it safe for you.
I think it might be safer if we not have you keep it. Are you able to part with it?
Yeah. I kind of push it with my foot,
Yeah.
but I have this bag,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
can fit inside.
We still have a second bag, right?
Kaido.
Have you tried throwing the amulet away? Are you able to part with it?
Take the amulet out. Try to drop it on the floor.
Yeah, as you drop it, you immediately, like, without thinking, just like a reaction, you just grab it and catch it. Almost like with someone, like, when taps your knee, just kick as a reaction without even, help it.
That's what we need. You see how much money everyone needs all the time. We need this for now to help our friends.
I gotta ask you. I know that you do use some of the money, but have you spent a single coin that you found with this curse?
Yeah. I think back. For me, for you, for everyone, for tonight, the rooms, for
That is a insight on that, so I know it won't go well.
I think if it can help me get Aspen and Astra the answers they need, I will take this curse.
And what's the price in the end?
Okay. I'm asking you that if you see me become dangerous to them, or suddenly this curse makes me crazy, you must help. You take your sword, you do what you have to, okay?
Well, I'm always capable of doing what I have to, but if we can find a way to relieve you of this curse, I think that's likely the best option. I don't think anyone in this party can survive without each other right now.
No. We need each other.
Yes. And I trust you, but I'm going to have to be very cautious, aware of your behaviors, and be prepared that I will not keep this fully a secret. I don't think I can, because if there's some way that maybe Astra can help relieve you of this in the future. And you say all you have to do is give it away?
Yeah. But not to you, or anyone here.
Well, I'll ask you the difficult question. If I'm willing to take the amulet, are you able to give it up? Or is that just a lie to make you feel better?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Reach out the amulet.
Casimir holds his hand out just to see what happens if he passes it.
I'll need another wisdom saving throw.
15.
You pass the amulet over to Casimir.
I don't
Okay.
quite let go of it though.
Yeah. Oh man. He does touch it.
I don't quite let go of it.
Oh god, are we in tug of war now?
Are you sure? Because this can hurt you too. This can hurt you as well.
I think that I'd rather you be sane and in control.
Okay. I release it. And then I bend down. I pick up the chest.
Yeah.
Put it back in my bag of holding. Because now I can keep it safe and give to someone.
Don't even know what just happened.
Yeah, I don't know either. Thank you, my friend.
Casimir slips the amulet into his pocket.
And with that, I'll say that you guys go back downstairs and rejoin the rest of the party. Casimir, as you're walking down the stairs, you kick something across the floor and you hear the clatter of a few metal coins. You look down and see that somebody had dropped 2 gold coins onto the floor.
Pops them into his coin purse. Well. Okay.
And as you all continue on into the festivities, ready for your adventure to Fairstyle, what happens next is a story for another time. And that will conclude session 25 of Prestige Encounters for the evening. Thank you so much for everyone who had tuned into the session throughout the night. It's fantastic having you here each and every week. Also, thank you to all the role players for being part of this session this night as well. It's great to have everybody here, all the members of the party. A few announcements to get through before I go ahead and pass it over to Chloe. First and foremost, we are happy to announce that by the end of 2023, we will have a second story going on at the same time as this story. We're going to be starting a new program in a different game setting called Prestige Galaxies. It is a sci-fi setting. It's going to be so much fun using the Starfinder system, and we're really excited to bring that to you by the end of this year. So thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to join the Discord if you have not already. We have a lot of stuff going on there. We're about to relaunch a new Minecraft server. The Valheim server is going strong. And there's just a lot of fun things happening right now. But I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Chloe, who plays Astra, our Furbolg Druid.
Yes, happy session 25. We did great. I am really excited to be a chatter for our next campaign. Prestige Galaxy is going to be so exciting. But last little thing, one of the fun things that we've started doing in the Discord is coloring our names, which is something that I was really excited for. So I have mine set to like an electric bubblegum pink. Love it. Devour that. And it's only like 500 bones, super cheap. So again, if you don't know about the bone system, learn about the bone system, get your stuff linked. Anyways, I'll pass it over to Jeremiah, who plays Aspen, the other Furbolg Druid.
It was a great session. That was a very creative magical item that you gave me there, Michael.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, it's very nice. I love the feeling of it, the flavoring around it. It's amazing. And yeah, I can't wait to see what's in store for us at Fairstyle. Learn about all that demonology business, and yeah, I'm just excited to keep on keep on going and learn more about this story. And now we're gonna start heading towards the eastern half of the map, which is gonna be very interesting from the bits and pieces that I've heard. So with that, I'm gonna pass it over to Noah, aka Zulkifli, our human blood hunter, who is not super welcome in Yundul Beleg as it seems.
No, apparently not. They're like really racist here. No, not a race. They're super classist here. Subclassist. So it's oh my gosh, yeah. What a good old time. I actually quite like wyverns. Always have. They're really kind of a childhood favorite. It's so cool that we got to murder one and watch another one dissolve. Yep. What a weird ass prison. I've actually been long wondering if we'll ever see Emilia again. I'm pretty happy to have rediscovered her. Curious what passing the amulet on is gonna do. Well, we'll see. Thanks as always to Michael for planning and prepping and running and strategizing and doing all this stuff for us. And I mean, here we are just like enacting it. Thanks also to the chat. Thanks everyone who's been tuning in. Really appreciate it. With that, I'm going to pass it over to Sneaky McSneaky Pants, Mr. Shady himself, Darth Slimfit in a tricorn hat, Mr. Cormac McDwyer, who I think is super cool.
Well, thank you for the kind words, Noah. And as always, yeah.
Even if no one else thinks that, I think that.
I appreciate it.
Nobody else does think that, so it's fine.
No.
No, Cormac's awesome. I drew him.
He's awesome.
Amazing session as always. Can't wait to see what the future holds for the party, as well as Cormac himself. But yeah, thank you to everyone, our amazing players, everyone in chat who was chatting it up, and of course our wonderful DM Michael. And it's one of my things I always look forward to every week. Yeah. And I can't wait to see where we go from here. And with that, I'll pass it off to Nate, who plays Nazmir, our Dwarven sorcerer fighter.
Hey, thanks very much. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say tonight. Doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it. It was a lot of fun, but it was cool to get some more lore and hear some more character development. Echo what other people have said. Thanks, chat, for being here, and I will pass it right along to Kydro.
Thank you. Now, chatters, my fellow players, Michael, W session. Hold on. W session.
I think you're
Was a
the
good
only
one.
one who realized that it was a Jinn warlock in that moment.
I did
My
as well.
favorite subclass. They're very
Yeah,
cool.
I didn't think it
Any
was a big
warlocks
deal.
are awesome.
Right. A little bit of behind the scenes prestige lore. Kydro was almost a warlock. Or he's going to be a completely different character. We were trying to figure that out, and then it ended up nobody was a warlock by the end of it. But in a different alternate universe, my character is a Jinn warlock. Very interesting in my personal opinion. But yeah, that was really cool to see out in the wild there. Good session. You know, we fought up on those wyverns. That's always cool. Scary woman. We love those. You know, we freed a convict who straight up pickpockets people. He's probably going to regret that later on. But regardless, seeing the amulet getting passed around is also very cool. I can't wait to get into all the hijinks that are going to ensue based off that. A lot of groundwork was laid for the session, so it's going to make some very good future sessions. So make sure it's going to be great. That being said, I'll pass over to Casimir, who will sleep from the ceiling.
Yeah, I would say I've been waiting to make that bat joke for a while. It landed about as well as I expected it to. I was just fascinated with that. I was thinking, what would Casimir do in that moment? Would he take the cursed amulet? And I guess discovered in that moment that yes, Casimir is the guy who will do the thing.
Why would
He
you
is
do the
that
thing?
guy.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy who
You
will
that.
who will do the bag of holding thing. He is the one who will say, "Yeah, I'll take the cursed item off your hands." You know? Who knows what any of this means? Who knows what the next step is? All we know is that we're heading off to another adventure in the morning. So I'm going to pass it off to our wonderful Dungeon Master, Salkos.
And thank you so much, there, Casimir. And thank you back once again to everybody. For those of you who are in our Discord, don't forget to read frequently the announcements channel in our Discord. You know, a lot of important information gets shared. We like to make sure that everybody's well informed of everything that we're doing. So join our Discord if you haven't already. However, we will see you next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/PrestigeGC. And it is an honor to be here once again. And it's an honor to be here next week for session 26. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for role playing with me.